Yo, this is the late night edition. Afi Kingdom, we having a SEXFLIX and chill session. Make sure y'all like the video, check in, share the video, check in when you get in the chat. Let me know where you at, where you from. New people, say what's up. I'm gonna play this tune or two, and then we'll get it in a few. Hold on. One more little slick one for you guys. Hold on, we got to play a song for you. We setting the tone real quick. Hold on. After this, we on.
Skinny.
Y'all make sure y'all liking the video. The likes need to be with however many people it is. We're gonna check in a second. Starting 2 minutes is the clock, is the countdown. 2 minutes. Stop that. Yo. Let me do a check-in. What's going on the late night, everybody? William, what's going on? Topaz, Straight G. Leah, what's going on, baby? William Aikman, TLP, James Brown, Red Sings the Bloom, Shameless Plug blowing up this week. That's what's up. What up, fellas? Who we got in? Let's do it.
All right.
What's going on?
What's good?
I am Afi Kingdom. That's
what up.
I shall remain incognito, right in the middle.
Okay.
Hey, Afi, who made that beat, Afi?
That shit was fire too.
Yeah, that was hot.
I felt like it was an intro to a 70s movie. We about to get real pimpalicious right now.
Yeah, it is. that you know who made that for me? It's my man King Jordan guy. You know who his producer?
Oh, all right.
I know you. I don't know him, but I know who you're talking about. I seen him in the video. He was making a beat for him.
Yep. Shout out to King Jordan.
So I got the beats made for me, man. Because they gotta sound like how you sound.
You know what I mean? It's got to match. Everything's got to be in line. You know what I mean?
TOP, check in and pass it to Slick Rick, and then we'll go on to Topaz.
Salute to Afi Kingdom for inviting me on this panel once again. It's been a little while. The last time I missed it. I'm here for a little while, not a long time. Salute to everybody on the panel. Slick Rick, Miss Topaz, how you doing? Nelly Nell.
Hello.
And the one and only AV. Damn, I swear, man, every time I see those two letters AV, it's like I think of you like a superhero, bro.
Good looking, my G.
like words like AV.
We trying, man. We trying. You know what I mean? Good salute, Top.
So yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat also. Glad to be here. And let's chop it up, fellas.
Slick Rick. Slick Rick.
Yeah, salute. AV, Nelly Nell, Topaz, of course, Top, and of course the great Afi Kingdom. Thanks for having me on. I enjoy these, and it's gonna be fun.
Good.
What's up?
AV.
You already? I go by the name of AV, aka Alpha Villains. I appreciate the opportunity, Afi. Salute to Top, Nelly Nell, Miss Topaz, OG Slick Rick, and everybody that's tuning in, man, that's fucking with us, that's watching the grind, watching the evolution. You know what I mean? I'm getting a little bit more comfy on camera because of you guys, the feedback that I'm getting, the opportunity to be on these panels, man. So I'm ready to chop up some game, man, and learn something. Hopefully I could teach some shit too.
Good. Nelly Nell.
What up? Nelly Nell in the building. Shout out to everybody in the panel. I'm looking forward to a nice little Sunday chop up like I did last week.
Word.
Shout out to everybody tapping in. Make sure y'all subscribe, share this video, and make sure y'all please leave comments when the video's done with.
Salute.
Shout out to Black Goliath. Y'all want to have a party tonight? That's
man, they starting.
Let's get the likes up.
And that's a day one. So shout out to Black Goliath.
Peace.
And shout out to James Brown for the super chat. And shout out to you for the new avatar I never seen before.
Let's go.
Go ahead, Topaz. It's on you.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Back on the channel again for another panel. I appreciate it. I appreciate being included in the All-Stars panel. Salute to everybody that's on here on the panel. Channel host, Afi, salute. And hope I have something interesting and something informative for y'all today.
Let's go.
We're definitely gonna have something interesting to say. And then shout out to my new dog. We got Lincoln,
Word.
right?
We got links.
We got the brother, right?
What's its name? Royce?
His name Rose, like Rolls Royce,
Rolls.
Here. So they've been fighting all day. I've been trying to get them together.
He's cute. He's cute.
Yeah, man. So
you already know.
Dogs and clothes is a hard job, bro. You gotta it's hard balancing this rotation right here. This is the hardest rotation.
Expert level canines.
Expert level of balancing the rotation.
Let's go. Pay attention.
So look, I'm gonna even kick it off. I use myself as an example. So I'm gonna set the tone, and I'm gonna tell y'all what Netflix and chill story. Okay, but you're gonna have to stop doing that though, bro. Matter of fact, let me get one of y'all off. One of y'all got to bounce.
They don't fight.
All right, cool. Lincoln, you left up. All right, so this is an old school. This is an old school one. So this happened a long time ago, but it's still funny to me because I remember how I felt at the time. So I remember it was this girl in high school, and she was like an athletic chick. She used to work out in the gym and do all this stuff, and she was like kind of a tomboy. And she had a nice body, a track body, and she had this real long hair, and she was dark skinned. And I thought that was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Because can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
Okay, just to have a little dark skin with the nice long hair and shit, I thought she was pretty.
Yeah,
fly.
that's a nice touch. That's a nice touch.
Right. So she was like on the under with it though, because she was one of the athletic shit. So she was on the under with it. So never did nothing with her back then. So then I remember I was coming from art class. Man, I had an art class in the late night. I was taking a painting class. No, my bad. It was a photography class. I was taking a photography class. So I had came back from there, and I had seen her at the train station. So I had talked to her, and and then so we ended up talking, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you know, do I want to smoke?" Like, yeah. So she was like, hell of like, you know. So she didn't get in the train, and then she hopped right in the car with me and shit. And then she was like, then she said she smokes. So I'm like, hell yeah, cool. We finna do the whole shit. So I got, you know, I thought it was official. So she came through, and she was like the most. So I put on the movie, and so we watching the movie and shit. And I never had a woman that aloof before. Like I'm good at reading behavior, but with her, bro, like I didn't know when to make a move, and I kind of even felt soft because it's like, damn, like she in my house. It seemed like it's all good and all to the go, but she ain't giving me no signs. So I'm kind of like, damn, is she like on some chill shit, or is she gay or whatever? And I'm just trying, and I'm trying to catch her vibe. For like we sat through 2 movies. I don't know what it was about her. She just had a vibe about her that, she had a vibe about her like I almost could have fought her almost if we got into it. I mean, I just felt she was just real, like, yeah, you know, and then I don't know. So it took a little minute, and we finally got shit cracking after like, I don't know, like 4 hours, bro. That's hella long because I wasn't watching the movie at all, bro. I was just trying to figure out, and then it was just kind of weird because it's like that was my childhood kind of friend a little bit, so I didn't want her to be like, nigga, I don't look at you like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it could have been that, because we were just homies, but I wanted to bust. But then we grown now, so I don't want her to be like, nigga, we the homies. What you trying to do? But then I'm like, but then at the same time, she just came right from the train to the house. That seemed like that's open, but she ain't giving me no signs when we up in there. So after like 4 hours, end up busting her down, and then after that, I just say, you know what? Fuck that shit. Next time I'm in a situation like that, I'm just gonna go for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to wait for a choosing signal. I was trying to wait for a choosing signal, and she didn't ever give me one. But the choosing signal to me was the fact that she was at my house. I thought that was enough choosing signal. Right. But then since after that, I just be like, fuck it. Because before I was trying to wait for the perfect opportunity and shit, and I'm just sitting there for like 4 hours, which seemed like 10. And then I'm just like, man, you know, fuck that shit. I'll never go. And then from then on, I just be like, I just go for it. I don't be tripping. Like, shit, you can slap my hands, do whatever the fuck you want, but I'm gonna see what's up.
She was probably thinking the same thing.
Wait for a glare in her eye and shit. She ain't giving me no eye contact. I'm like, you know.
Yeah, I'm an old school dude, and you know, I'm pretty sure that OG Rick and Alpha Villains, you know, out of everybody else on the panel, probably could identify most with this, but. Fuck some Netflix and chill. I'm from back in the days when we VH taped it or went to the drive-in movies to fill up on chicks. So this Netflix and chill shit for me, it ain't even Netflix and chill because I tell chicks I got Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, cable tube, bitch, whatever you want to watch.
Fire
But we
stick,
don't
baby.
We don't even make it through.
Yeah. Fire stick. Right.
Chick was over last night, and I'm a big Marvel fan and shit. We didn't even make it through the first 30 minutes of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I never had an incident where I invited a female over and she was aloof like what you was just describing. And me, I'm gonna try anyway. Just to see if it's a go or not. You know what I'm saying? So because if it ain't, then you gotta go. I could watch Disney Plus and Netflix by myself and have more fun.
Yeah, I can't say that situation hasn't happened to me as well in my younger days, but now that we're older, trying to, I guess, share story, teachable moments to younger people. Remember, we always advocate time management as a man. You got to make sure that you value your time, and you have to have discernment through trial and error to avoid a situation where a broad is aloof in the crib and you got to wait 4 hours to bust her down.
Right.
So at the end of the day, again, we've all done this because we don't really understand it. But today, as a young man, and if you're not aware, you have to make sure that you set the tone as soon as the broad comes in. Whether you compliment her, whether you giving her a real nice hug, whether you having her turn around, like you got to just make it know, like, and even how you enter the room, what you got on, a roll, whatever the fuck you doing, the ambiance, the candles and shit. You got to make the broad know that we fucking tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, and then if she starts to feel uncomfortable, then you can kind of end the day early and bring another broad over. So again, I'm just saying this because I'm more advanced now, but back in the day, of course I've done that. You know what I'm saying? Like I know grown niggas that are sleeping in a bed with a brother, they're not having sex. I'm like, yo, how can you do that? Can I say that I've never done that? Of course I have. But very few times. And now that I'm older in the sweet spot, the 40-40, because like I told you the other day, you don't have time to waste, bro. Like, again, old school, OG Rick and Top, maybe we know. Back in the day, bro, before this Me Too movement, niggas was scared to do shit to broads. If a broad came over me and she went to the bathroom, I was in my birthday suit, B. Like, I was already out. Like, I was notorious for pulling my shit out. Like, yo, what's good? Like, so, and it was okay. Now it will be creepy and cringy to do some shit like that, but I'm old school, B. I'm like, nah. Like, this is what it is. And if you're not with it, then it's fine.
Cass is still whipping it out for the 2021.
You know what I mean?
They sending dick pics nowadays, you know.
I don't do that, B.
We couldn't do that like that back in the day. You know,
now you gotta be careful.
I don't even.
Let's talk about that. Don't lie. Who on here sent one? I promise to God.
I haven't done it.
Yeah, bro, I don't get down like that, man. I just, if she want to see it, come over.
Yeah.
I did it. Yo, listen, I did it for a very brief moment. Then I realized how corny it was because I was getting it anyway.
Right.
But you got to be careful because these bros are crazy. These bros have archive pictures of you and shit. Last week I told you I got bitches sending me pictures of me napping. Right. And I'm like, yo, what's really good? Like, why are you taking pictures of me napping?
Counter surveillance.
You know what I'm saying? Word, they just doing archives. You gotta be careful with that shit.
That's receipt. They trying to receipt you right there.
Yeah. Y'all gotta get on Telegram and shit.
I bagged AV.
they got proof.
They be out for doing that, bro. How you gonna hold it? Like, how you gonna look hella soft?
Get your angles right. You gotta get your angles.
I put a bow tie on it.
Put your foot up with the motion. You know what I mean? You already know.
Mine's sophisticated. I put a bow tie on it like a tux.
Yeah, LDAPs.
LDA.
You dress it up, dick in a box.
Hey, I remember Top saying that he kind of went back in the day with it. Y'all gotta remember, I'm in my mid-30s, so I had the a bit of best of both worlds, with the new school and the old school. I remember back in the days as a youngin', you know what I mean, we'll take the little shorty out to the movies, preferably a whack movie, because we already know what it is. We go sit in the empty movie theater and we having our way with it. So
exactly.
Oh, man.
Everything
now kind of works hand in hand now. You know what I'm saying? There's really no difference, man. Like AV said, now you want to work from a standpoint where you already got her hot and ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like she knows what's going on. Yeah,
you already know what it is. You already set that tone. You already set that energy. So when she come over, Ain't no hiccups. Ain't no. We on the same wavelength. You already know what it is. I know what it is because I led the situation to that point. So after that, it's just A, B, C, D, and E. So
a lot of dudes be scared to talk sexually to women as if women ain't nasty.
Exactly.
I mean, when I say nasty, I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I just mean that women are highly sexual. Maybe I should just say it like that. But guys don't understand that when women want you to talk to them like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's part of
1 2 1 2.
That's their programming, but
that's their nature, man.
But you know what turns me off though? Like when a woman asks me to talk dirty to her, because that shit kind of throws me off. Let me do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you feel like you're on the spot.
Yeah, it's not even on the spot. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a snake can't kill a dead mouse, eat a dead mouse. You gotta take that shit. So like, even though I know your nature, I know you nasty, I'm taking it, play it off. You know what I'm saying? Now if she comes too aggressive, I'm kind of like, yo, chill, like, you know what I'm saying? That's just me though.
Yeah, I can't be taking no instructions and make me feel like she a drill sergeant.
Yeah, I'm like, nah.
Shut up and take it like a woman.
Business. Reminds me strictly business.
Y'all, and then Lawrence and Topaz check in. Y'all like screamers?
Topaz was good.
Y'all like screamers or what?
Nah. We touched on Thursday.
I got space on all four sides, so she can scream as loud as she wants. Long don't nobody call the police.
I always got music playing, so it sounds like it's part of the track.
And shit, I live in between two white ladies, so they probably be listening. Like, listen to that young nigga over there fucking. That's
what it is. Word. But yo, screamers
would me like that.
Yo, listen, man, screamers is so corny to me, B. And another thing too, you could tell a broad watches porno when she start doing all those sounds and shit, like she giving you top. I'm like, yo, chill, man. Like, relax. Like, she gargling and shit, gagging and shit. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, it doesn't seem natural, B. You know what I'm saying? Like
this type of head ain't matching up with the sound.
Yeah, so I'm just like, all right. Or like if they want to get on top, they want to try and move from a Pornhub and they don't know what they're doing. I'm like, all right, get off. So the point is, bro, when a woman is, we know that they're nasty. And we like that, but a woman can't show that up front, bro. That's a big misconception. A lot of women with the WAP era and shit, they think that they gotta act like hoes to be attractive. No, bro. If we know you hoes, but don't act like a hoe, and let's just do that shit when we do it, bro. That'll keep a guy more interested in you versus you just giving up to him right away.
I just want to say that I'm an anomaly, ladies. And if you fuck with me, I'm gonna treat you like a hoe, but you're gonna enjoy it. And I'm gonna tap you out and give you the restless leg syndrome. So just understand what you're fucking with before you sign up. I'm taking applications for the rest of 2021.
Let's go.
Yeah, there you go.
No, salute to Linda. Linda, you nasty. You probably a squirter, Linda.
I got hey Affy, fuck around. I got one. She like getting sweated on now.
Yeah.
Linda, you a squirter and you watch porno and squirt by yourself. You practice squirting.
She got her aim down.
Target practice.
I got a waterproof mattress cover. Shoot away.
Yeah.
We was talking about that. You gotta get the bedwetter sheets and shit. You know what I mean? You never know.
You gotta stay prepared, fellas, because you never know. You know, I mean, like I made chicks squirt by accident. You know, like I didn't know that they was squirters, and I just, you know.
Always be prepared for the unexpected.
So you never know. She fucked up my couch, but it's all good.
That's part of the fun though too. Like when you exploring abroad, you saying shit to her that ignites her, that it turns her on. That's part of the whole masculine energy component to this shit. B like just being able to dominate. Because again, women want to be dominated. Listen, man, women want to get manhandled, bro. And if the consensus is they want to, when you see them with these niggas and shit, they not really handling it. But when they going on a girls trip and shit, they doing everything that she's not allowing you to do to her, bro. So at the end of the day, you gotta find both balances and shit. You as a man, you gotta be able to throw it down and lead her in another way too. You gotta be able to turn her on and off, bro. Because at the end of the day, we all should know that this is what she really wants. So why not give her what she really wants while you doing your own thing?
That's fact.
Yeah,
Salute
yeah.
LDA. Yeah, women
LDA, salute.
Women want you to treat them like hoes in private and respectfully in public.
Right.
I'm gonna treat you like a hoe in public when motherfuckers is not looking. I'm just saying.
It's hard.
Hey,
So don't be playing. So don't be playing in the bedroom. Give her that rude awakening.
You a screamer, and do you like screamers?
No. First of all, I'm not a screamer, and I don't want a man screaming. Okay, you know.
What about moaning? What about
when I view men, I don't visit them screaming a lot.
What about moaning?
That's too much.
You like a low growl in your ear?
It's gonna need to be something masculine, something I can imagine a man doing. Him screaming, that's just not conducive to him being a man.
Like a caveman grunt.
Not a scream, but a masculine moan.
Masculine moan. Yeah, because here's the thing. I want it like I said, I want it to be genuine. I don't want him to be trying to tell me feel like this shit ever. And then let that out. You can tell when they faking it or when it's genuine.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
But sometimes men gotta do that shit because we know, not you per se, but most women are very insecure. So like you ever have a session and shit and the bro say, "Was it okay? Did you enjoy it?" I'm like, yeah, no doubt.
Right.
So well, my point is, how does a man make a woman feel secure in what she's doing, whether she's riding him, she's blowing him, etc. So sometimes when a man screams, niggas fake it too, bro. It's like
yes, they do, which is why I tell women don't be worried about whatever's coming out of his mouth. Men will say anything during sex too. What I'm going to say is watch his bodily reactions, the involuntary stuff he can't control.
Right.
Yeah, but
we hit that. Then you know what you're dealing with.
Yo, dudes pretend they be doing the shake and shit, all that shit. I mean, just to like make you feel better. Like, all right, I got to go to work. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That makes it worse. That makes it worse because then you know the dude is faking if his body don't react the same, and now you know he throwing you some pity noises. At that point you just need to get up and go home. Like, just.
I'm saying though, but let's talk about talking dirty to a woman. I mean, is that something is that important? You know what I'm saying?
If done properly. And so like there are some women that like all that exaggerated stuff. No, I want something that's actually plausible, and then I want you to follow up with that on the next episode. Like, don't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this to you," and then like the next episode
we got it back. We got it back
to be continued.
Yeah. Otherwise, what are you telling me for? You just like talking shit. That's gonna annoy me. Like, it'll be nice at the time, but then when I realize outside of the bedroom that you full of shit, that's going.
But you know what it is too, though, Topaz. Sometimes we change our mind and shit. Like we be on the text shit, sexting, or the voice chat and shit, and then you know what I mean.
Well, find an alternative. So if whatever you said you was gonna do, if you change your mind, then do something in place of that next time.
But you know what it is. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying though, because sometimes the broad ain't dressed up the way she's supposed to be. The crib ain't clean, or she's just not. So all that shit I'm putting in your ear and shit for the moment, and you're not even living up to the standard. But so sometimes not you, but
I know.
Most bras are inconsistent. So sometimes I could be turned on by you and shit. You do some dumb shit. I see you do some dumb shit on Instagram. I'm like, oh God. I'm like, and then it turns me on, and then you gotta rile me up again.
You're referring to what I call a last minute turn off.
Yeah. I'm like, nah.
With dirty talk, I think depending upon the interaction, like if we've been texting back and forth and she's been saying stuff that I know when we get together, it ain't gonna be some made up stuff.
Right.
Because the last time I did the Netflix and chill, the chick had seen me through a picture of at a party, and she asked one of my friends to introduce me. And then when we got to my place, it was almost like she didn't even want to watch the movie. I mean, I had the movie on. And
that's how it should be. She had
just came. Interest. I like that though. I like when a woman is, aggressive, not over the top, but that is playfully aggressive.
Right.
And I get that.
Real fast. If you make sure you like the video. If you create a content creator, man, share this on your community tab, or if you in the chat, share it on your Facebook or your Instagram.
So let's get the likes up.
And then after Lawrence check in, pass to my OG Platinum right next to you.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Talking about you, I know you got some Tinder, Netflix, and chill stories.
I got those too.
And then pass it to Platinum. Platinum, I see you, bro. You in right after Lawrence, bro.
Let's go, LDA. Let's go.
We can't hear you, LDA. You on mute, my brother?
He's on witness protection. It's witness protection.
Can you hear me now?
We still can't hear you.
Nah,
Yeah, we can hear you now.
You can hear me now? Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
So you talking about Netflix and chill?
Yes, sir.
So I got some
Sex.
stories. Sex? Okay.
Sex.
Dude, let me step back. I have so many, it's ridiculous. I don't know which one do you want to hear. Good one?
That's what I'm saying, B.
Something wild.
Let us hear it. Hold on. Let us hear a fail first. Don't stunt first. Let's hear the fuck up.
Word.
No, you missed it. I gave up mine. Shit, I did. I started the whole shit with mine.
I'll say so. Let me say this. So it was one lady who came over.
I like that camera too.
You like that camera?
I like
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
You
You
see
ready?
what I'm doing, right? Anyway, so it was this lady that came over. She came over. We were supposed to do what we were supposed to do. And she came over and, we watched the movie. I had drinks, like always, glass of wine. And she said, I'm about to go to the bathroom. I said, oh, okay, cool. I'm warm. Doing my hands like this.
About to take a whole bath.
I said, yes. So I'm like,
You already know.
So I'm looking like, go down. Have to go down. And then you come back out and say, oh, you know what? Mother Nature just hit. I said, oh, why?
Ooh.
So I couldn't, in that situation, I could not get anything. He didn't want to even act right because I didn't even want no head or nothing because it was like,
Yeah, that's a turn off.
Balloon off. Took everything out of it, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? That was that situation. Now, as far as with something that came over, I had women who come over. They already know what the drill is. We may watch one episode, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm gonna tell you how good it is. My son is having the experience already when he had his apartment. So I'm trying to reach him. I can't reach you, son. I can't reach you. He said, yeah, I know, Dad. I was busy. When your mother's trying to call you, I said, boy, what was you doing? And, this girl came over and watched a movie, and then she just started giving me head. I said, well, you know what, son? Congratulations. You're doing good. Daddy has taught you well. So, in those situations, man, I don't have no crazy stuff that happened, things like that, but I did have the Netflix and chill stuff that happened, but to me, it's like second nature. And then sometimes what I'll do is not do nothing at all, knowing that she's expecting for something to happen.
Bingo.
So when it comes back the next time, all I got to do is unzip my pants and bend her over.
See, this is the OG shit. Unzipping your pants, just coming out. Yeah, like this is what it is. Check this. My goons, my old school niggas. These niggas, what these niggas used to do, bro, these niggas used to go to girls' cribs and fall asleep on her. Like, not even fuck her that night. So she could wait. She's all hot and bothered. She got the candles and shit. She ready. We watch the movie and we just go to bed. Fuck it. And then in the morning, we have that angry sex. So this is what these niggas used to do, bro. So this is game. Like man, so the broad knows, like, yo, listen, I'm the prize. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, you let her know, just like LDA says, when you do something that she is not expecting, well, you don't compliment her light eyes or her features that everybody compliments. You look like an anomaly, bro. So again, we have a lot more success stories than failures as far as Netflix and chills because we set the tone. You got to set the tone, bro. You in your actions and your texting, all that shit. So the broad knows that you either in or you're out.
And we know the genuine level of how much they want to be with us too.
Alpha Villain, that's true. Let me tell you something. This girl in Georgia, she was crazy about me. Came over to the house, she cooked and everything. I went in the back room. I laid in the bed, put the rod on her stomach, put the rod on her butt. Did not penetrate. Went to sleep like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Got up in the morning, showered, didn't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
The next week when she came over to my house, she wanted to ride me like I was a freaking horse.
That's what it is.
Nobody can't tell me nothing is saying that old school game don't work in today. It works.
You got to incorporate both.
I've done the same thing. I don't went over Bras cribs and we supposed to have a Netflix and chill. They acting like they ain't with it. Okay, I'm tired. I'm taking my ass to sleep. Next thing you know, she waking up. We into it the next morning. So you can't tell me the old school shit don't work. Yeah. I done it.
It works. Let me let TOP check out real quick and then Platinum check in. Go ahead.
Peace out.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to check out. Salute to everybody on the panel. To you again, happy for having me. I got some things to do early in the morning, but I just want to second Nelly's sentiment that a lot of people, especially younger people, think that what us older people know don't work in today's time, and then y'all turn right around and say some goofy shit like there's nothing new under the sun. I mean, please pick one to believe in. Understand what I'm saying? But understand that old school game is timeless. Like I pointed out on the show that me and OG Rick did about 2 weeks ago, we didn't get to be as old as we are because we stupid.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't have Netflix and chill stories where chicks don't come over and don't get boned, because that's what the fuck they coming over for. The Netflix is just on to watch us. Fuck. You understand what I'm saying?
Why you stun on me, bro? Why you make me feel like a simp now? Because I
no. I mean, there has been times that
still close.
Everybody done had the same stories. I had
I'm almost a half a century old. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't even come from the Netflix days. Yeah. I was fucking outside and in cars and
Blockbuster video.
You understand what I'm saying? And at summer camp. We didn't even have Netflix.
Yeah. He took it back.
So we had VCR tapes, my nigga.
VCR.
No.
And they did the same thing.
Exactly.
So anytime a chick ever been through my spot and I didn't smash, is not because she didn't, she was resistant to it, because she already know what she coming for. You understand? It'd be because I don't want to do the shit. Or like AV pointed out, and I still do that to this day. A chick will come over and I'll be like, all right, we get ready to smash. And 15 minutes later, I'll be on my old man AARP shit, sleep like a motherfucker, like I got narcolepsy or some shit. So it be like that. But trust and believe, ain't nothing new under the sun. If that's true, then learn something from older people, because we've been here longer than you have. Young men and women.
Where can it be found, brother?
The people can subscribe to my YouTube channel, the TOP Cast. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, the Incredible TOP, or the TOP Cast Instagram page, or catch me on your favorite podcast outlet. Same name. Salute to Dr. BOA in the building.
Peace, BOA.
Peace, BOA.
Peace to everybody on the panel.
He said once energy takes over, her behind defines her mind, and that's time to bump and grind. And did he just rhyme? He tried.
He tried to do it.
I'm gonna link you in right now. Thank you for that.
Salute.
And check in, bro. You already know what we talking about. Give us one. Give us a fail, man. We can't stunt. Now y'all making me feel bad. Everybody, Nelly, you got to come with a fail. Topaz, y'all just gonna get me to tell my shit, and then y'all flawless.
I got a fail. Chick showed up, thick joint. Matter of fact, nigga called me up. It was his girl's sister, and nigga called me up like, "What you doing?" Blah blah blah. And he wanted to get her out the house. He was like, "Yo, bro, why don't you I want you to meet her sister and shit. I'm gonna send her over." She showed up in some shorts and shit, and she was nice little piece and shit. But I started flirting with her, and then the bitch got up, and I think I spoke on this on my channel with you, Alfie. The bitch, I don't know what that was. The bitch scented me like a skunk, man. All of a sudden, I smelled pussy. Like that shit was like super intense. And she like she's like smoked the room. I said, what the fuck? I understand you got wet, but damn, your pussy stinks. Right? And it was like, it was pungent as fuck. And I looked at her, I was like, did this bitch just get fucked? Or is she not washing her pussy out? And it made me back up, man. I was like, nah, because I'm saying the bitch, she was fine. But I had never encountered a bitch who pussy was that fucking just that funky like that, man.
You know what I said is because they only be focusing on their face and shit. That's why them fine ones, they all they care about is how they face look. They don't even be washing up. They just
yeah. So maybe
orange.
I don't know what that was. So that was a fail for me because we wind up. She got up and shit. We looked at the movie and shit, like half the movie, and then all of a sudden I told her I had to back out. I got shit I got to do, and she looked at me sort of funny, and then she got on back down. She left, and then a matter of fact, the next morning, his girlfriend called me and started getting on me, talking about something. What the fuck? Like, why didn't you?
Oh, he cut out. Oh, there he goes.
Go ahead.
Like, nah. I didn't tell her pussy was stanky. I just told her I had something to do. Yeah, because she complained and shit. She went over there like I was ready to fuck and he didn't want to go. I'm like, nah, it was just a pussy, man. I don't know what was going on with her, man. So that was a fail for me right there. You wanted to fail first, right?
And Platinum, go ahead and introduce yourself to the panel. I already know who you is and Topaz know you is, but I will co-sign you. Platinum, he has a good channel. So I'm not just saying he has a channel because we be over there chopping Fireballs game. So he has a good, but go ahead and you tell him now.
It's Platinum Elite, man. You might know me or whatever. That's the name of the channel, Platinum Elite. If you Google it, you'll see it. It's got the little avatar, lion's head avatar. We talk about a lot of shit, a lot of men issues. Matter of fact, I had a great show, Hating to Exhale, where we went over the movie Waiting to Exhale, where Matt bashed men. It showed all these stereotypes of dudes and shit. So we broke that shit down. And and one thing that stood out, Whoopi was getting smashed in. I didn't really notice it, but Whoopi was getting her fuck on that whole movie, man. She was getting tossed.
I gotta rewatch it then.
Whoopi was going in. And Whitney, goddamn, I keep saying Whoopi.
I was about to say Whoopi. You mean Whitney.
I be fucking up names.
I don't want to see Whoopi, Gabriel.
I'm notorious. Whitney.
I'll pass on that one.
My fault, Whitney. I fucked that
Whitney
up.
was getting it in.
Yeah, Whitney was fucking like 40 going north in there. I was like, damn, man. She was getting up. She fucked a bunch of dudes up in there. And it's just, if you really go look at that now with this red pill and all this stuff that's going on in the re-examine that movie. I would suggest all of you content creators think twice, maybe go back in and do a review because it's a great information. The way especially the way it was just straight up the feminism, the male bashing, it was just blatant in that fucking movie.
It's crazy, man. Yo, Platinum, shout out to you, my G. Yeah, man. Like I can't watch, like sometimes, you know what I mean, you watch HBO Max, shit that's on whatever. And all the older movies, man, this whole feminism and this programming has been occurring for a very long time, bro. Very long time, B. And this is why men are frustrated. The younger men are frustrated because the older men, which were getting programmed from back in the day, even the Jeffersons, bro. Even the George, that was my shit. That's still my shit. George was the alpha, B, but still there was like this programming, this feminism shit, like just dumb shit occurring that should not have been occurring. So my point is our fathers were probably becoming simps as a result of the programming. So now the younger kids are lost because they had no guidance. The point is, man.
But hold up, no, you brought up the Jeffersons, right? Because I am going to do something. I'm going back to Norman Lear, really, because it's Norman Lear, his bullshit. Yeah. Right. But let's talk about the Jeffersons real quick. You say he was red pill. I have to disagree. The nigga was controlled by his mother. His mother's ass was always in the picture. Yeah. His wife, Wheezy, and fucking the maid.
Yeah.
They stayed in his ass.
But not enough to hop in this one, so I'm hands off on this one.
But that's what I'm saying. Not Red Pill per se. He was more like the alpha, but the program. That's what I was saying. Like Louis,
they wouldn't let him be. They
wouldn't let him be. So it was crazy. And Jenny too was a crazy feminist.
Yep.
I'm like, damn.
All of them. He had to fight all of them.
Yeah, B.
Including the white boy. Tom was
Tom.
Yeah.
Yo, Tom was a big simp.
Everybody was against the brother. I'm saying he was trying to be alpha, but everybody on the show was beta and constantly attacking him, saying he was wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh, I got a good question.
Fucked up,
I got
bro.
a good question for everybody on the panel. Was not Ted Bundy? Was Al Bundy alpha or is he or not? Was he alpha and was he red pill?
I think he was both.
Nelly?
That was
Married with Children. Why? What you mean?
Married with Children.
I think he was both because he ain't give a
right.
Excuse my French. He ain't give a fuck. All he wanted was his beer and his couch and his TV. He ain't give a fuck what his lady was talking about.
And he was always throwing truth at his wife.
Exactly. He lived in his own world, and that's the only thing that mattered on that show.
Yeah,
I think he was both.
What you think, Slick Rick?
I think he was both too. I mean, because he would do whatever he wanted. He'd get in trouble. He didn't care. You know, he would not only was he alpha in his house, he was always telling the neighbor, "Yo, keep your woman in check."
Back.
I forgot about that. Yeah. He was red pill because he used to try to red pill red pill the neighbor and shit.
Because the neighbor would let his woman run him.
You doing it wrong. Yeah.
He was definitely red pilled and shit. He was kind of checked out. He probably had a lot of broads and shit. And she already had his kids. He was like, fuck it. So he just kept her around because it was just a family unit. But he didn't give a fuck about what she was doing. He did what he wanted to do and shit.
And he worked in a shoe store where all the chicks were.
That's what I'm saying. So she was annoying, but she didn't fuck with him. Yo, listen, there's a lot. Listen, man. There's a lot of my niggas and shit that got wifeys and shit. And them niggas, the key to successful long-term relationships, my nigga, is if your girl doesn't get in your way. Don't get in my way. What do I mean by that? Don't get in your way. Do not get I'm gonna give you shit to do, assignments and shit to keep you entertained and shit. But if I'm grinding, you cannot get in my way. And when I'm done, I got you. I'm a giving person. I like to go out to eat. I like to dance. I like to do all that shit. But you cannot get in my way. The problem is a lot of niggas placate to women and then they don't know what they're doing. And then now the woman's unattracted to the nigga because now he lost his edge.
Right.
Exactly.
So the point is Al Bundy was alpha and red pill because he was still married to all his shit, but he got to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do.
Exactly.
So the point is, you can't a long-term relationship. There's nothing wrong with it. Afi and I touched on this. As long as she does not get in your way and interfere with your progress, because your progress, if it's positive, should have a positive effect on anyone who's around you. How can you be doing something positive for yourself and it affects somebody else? The only way it's going to affect somebody else is if they're against you, not with you.
Exactly. But we talk about TV shows. And that's fine. They're written, they're acting. Okay, I get that. But the point is this: when you say Al Bundy, his life was not navigated by the bitch.
That's what I'm saying.
He lived. He had a free life. He lived the way he wanted to. He did what the fuck he wanted. He ate what the fuck he wanted. He went to sleep. Did what the fuck he wanted. Too many niggas. If you can look at some of these TV shows. It's all about the bitch. What the bitch wants.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's usually like where the guy's lucky to have her. You know, like he's always the dumb guy. He's always the like you gotta feel sorry for dad because he's not that bright. That's too much of the narrative that has been out for so long that girls growing up watching these shows and hearing from other women, and horror stories and you have bitter women that get around and will talk. That's what will happen. They'll almost feel like that's the thing to do, the way to act with a man, and that really doesn't work. If unless a guy stands on his square and decides to say, this is it, fuck you, you're done. So, but I think there's too much of that. Even to this day, it's still pushed and it's still out there, and you hear,
And then, hold up, I'm not, doesn't matter. I'm gonna throw this out there, and believe me, I'm not that old, but I'm gonna throw. I dream of Jeannie, shit like that.
Ooh.
I dream of Jeannie. The nigga's whole life was about the bitch. I dream of Jeannie.
Yeah,
that's that programming. That's that programming right there.
Yeah.
Yo,
That's so true, because when you look at the husband in I Dream of Jeannie, he was always trying to do something to please her.
Please her. Yep.
Right.
And then who came along again in I Dream of Jeannie? The mother would come in, pop out of nowhere, and try to mess up their relationship. So then the wife would have to come in and say, "No, mom, stay in your place." But she did not initially like who the guy who played him was, like, his name was Larry something. The guy who played JR, that's who he was. But
Larry Hagman.
She did not like
Larry Hagman.
That's exactly who it is. She did not like him. So think about that. That's programming from I think that's from the 50s or the 60s. So if you got that programming going on, and then you got Al Bundy, that's what I think why Al Bundy's show was so good, because a lot of men resonated with it. And they said, I want this life, but I don't have it. So now you got other things going on from the Good Times. Why he left Good Times, because they didn't want a strong black man in that position. So and now who fought for that position was actually the mother, Lord, her role. She wanted to have that in there. But think about it: scratching and surviving. They got 3 kids in a 2-bedroom house, 2-bedroom apartment, and that's supposed to be success. So what I just found something interesting about that is this: the Black Panthers went to Norman Lear. What's his name? Norman Lear.
Yeah.
And begged and told him he needed to come up with something else, and that's how the Jeffersons came along. A black man in position of power, that he owns something. We're not just scratching and surviving.
But what does that tell you? That even with, okay, I'm gonna put this alpha black man, as you guys say, red pill black man, but we got to put the feminist bitches, the black bitches. We got to. Well, we can't even make this shit. We got to give him a mother that's in his shit. The nigga's married. You got to bring his mom in there and talk to him like he a child. His mother, his wife gets to fucking. She's like the voice of reason, and even the maid gets to run his ass.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't even let a brother like. That's what I'm saying. When you start talking red pill and black men, that ain't gonna happen.
And nowadays they make the black character have some type of gay type of shit going on. So it's like, it's the same bullshit. It's like, do y'all really have to add the gay shit into the storyline? Y'all really don't, but y'all got to associate it with a black person, a black man in particular. And it's like, come on.
They get paid to do that. And so the problem is that the alternative community has
Go ahead, sister.
Well, listen. So this is what's going on, right? Do they have to add it in there so to enhance the story? No. But this is what I've seen over the past 20 years or so, maybe even 30 or 40 years, right? So the alternative community, they have saved their money. They've been stacking in secret because they had to be in secret. They had to be quiet. So they were able to stack their money, and now they have special interest groups. So if a guy is like, what they do is they get the TV channel's attention with the money donating to that show, and then they threaten to pull funding, right? If the show is not willing to represent them as equally in the community, in the show, or either if the show that they do air has anything to do with something that would be considered defamation to them. So they get to control all of that. So now what happens is, when that first started happening, right, then all the other shows weren't getting as much attention. They weren't getting as much money and views. So now when you do pick up a show, you look for it to have things in it that the alternative community will support. And then after that, what happens is, anybody that wants to be a writer for a TV show now is going to add that in there, because now, it's already been 2 generations of this change happening. Now we're at the part where now people who want to be famous writers are going to add that in there, because that's the way they know that it will get sold. So that's on our part, is because we haven't lobbied on our own.
That's very true. That's you're right on the money.
That's very true.
But
very true.
I mean, it's to the point where you're seeing blatant homosexuality on prime time TV
because they're trying to normalize it. They want it on prime time because they don't want you to tell your kids that this is a bad thing. They want to put it in your face during prime time, 7 p.m. during the week when people are having their dinner. They want it to be in books. They want that's what they want. They want you to stop. They want you to normalize it. And here's my issue with that is that even heterosexual sexuality isn't on display to this point. They don't have certain things between heterosexual couples on primetime TV talk about this is normal, this is natural. No. See, heterosexuality still has boundaries. Certain things you can't show to children. The alternative community wants to be able to show all of this to the children. And so then when you object, they're not getting the fact that you're objecting to the age range of their audience. They're going to use, I think they know, but they purposely use the argument that you're trying to marginalize them.
Yeah, well,
this is why.
They Trojan horse that lifestyle via a Little Nas X. They'll send him to Sesame Street. He'll wear dress. Billy Paul? Is it Billy Paul, or you know what I'm talking about? The guy who wore the tuxedo dress.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. They'll send him over to kids programming. They'll send him over to kids programming in a dress. And then hold up. Now you guys probably don't keep it. I know you guys don't. If you know Cartoon Network, and a lot of you guys don't keep up with it, I can understand that. That stuff's all over there. Yeah. If you go look at those characters and stuff, there's gay characters. Characters.
On some subliminal stuff too.
They're inserting sexuality in cartoons that are already in circulation. Like they're now trying to say that Bert and Ernie. Like here's how far it is, right? So the people who wrote Sesame Street just wrote it as them being roommates. That's all I ever knew as a kid. Now, in order to get money for syndication, the TV show is already made. They're in syndication now. In order to get money for their syndication, they're trying to say, look, we've been on this. Bert and Ernie was gay. We just ain't tell y'all because we was marginalized just like y'all. We wanted y'all, so give us your money. So now they're inserting it into things that were already put out there.
Yeah, the writers came out. The owners, how about this? Not the writers, because they have writers who are gay, right? And they will say they're gay. The owners, the people who own the rights to that puppet, those puppets, they publicly said they're puppets. They don't have a sex.
Right. That's not who's doing it. It's not the writers.
No. I'm saying the owners, they came out because one of the writers came out with the BS that they were gay. They came out and say, we own the property. That's our intellectual property. They are puppets.
Right.
They don't have a sex. And they did it on purpose because they tried to sexualize them. And they say they don't have their puppets. We don't get into that because they also got to understand, they got to navigate in these waters. So they didn't want to come out and say we're hetero. They just simply said they were puppets. So leave them alone.
Right.
So,
and this is why you guys are absolutely right, and this is why a lot of men are failing with these sex flicks and chill stories, because even though none of us we've had more wins than failures, I guess. The programming, Platinum Elite said it. You know what I mean? The writers are incentivized. Topaz said it. Writers are incentivized to include gay energy, female energy in the men. So now when I'm watching a movie with a broad and all the women are on the front street, they're the strong ones, they're the ones saving lives and shit, they're calming the man down. The men start to get that energy. So now they're waiting 2 hours to touch the broad. They don't understand it because the broad doesn't understand what's going on because she's a feminine, but she's acting masculine. So everybody's fucking confused. So this is why this is so important. This is why I'm glad that Afi brings panels like this, because it's not just about women. Because men need to understand that women don't even know how to act based on the TV. So you can't pay attention to them. You can't pay attention to the TV. You got to listen to content that is important in building your self-esteem and who you want to be, bro, as a man. Because if you don't do that, you're going to be following the TV, her, and nobody's going to be fucking.
You're going to be lost.
Let me say something very important. I went to college back in 91. That's about a year ago. One of the things they were teaching us when I was in college was this. they brought to our class for education was to push the narrative that mommy has a girlfriend and daddy has a boyfriend. So that was something that was pushing forward. But we would go a little bit deeper. The real fight, yes, is between man and they can say it's between man and women, and then the homosexual agenda. But the real fight is the fight of DNA. Whose DNA is going to go to the next generation? And if they're trying to do with the program that everyone is talking about, the programming is to stop certain DNA from going to the next generation. So how do I do that? I get them with their mind. I get them not to be attracted to each other. I get them to what? To be at odds with each other. Hence on YouTube, male against female, and you this and this and that. The thing of it is to stop the gene pool from going to the next generation. And that's what we're actually experiencing on a micro level. Once we understand that, then we can say, hey, you know what? I understand what the agenda is. Let's counter it. Hence why we have what? Red pill. That's this awakening. Say, oh, I see what's going on. I'm understanding the program that they're doing. Now what we have to do is get past red pill and say, okay, how, like you said earlier, AB, how do we extend say a long-term relationship? Realizing the goal is what? To get your DNA to the next generation. And if I can stop that, what I'm going to do, population control. Then I have people who are not just thinking, they are now real life zombies. We already programmed you with zombies already. You're just a walking zombie, but you're not looking like the picture on the screen, but you're actually like that because you don't have anything between your brain and your brain. So that's just something to think about. The real factor is to stop the gene pool. And if I can stop it in a particular race, whatever race that we can say that is, I'm going to stop it.
Let me speak on. See, this is a war against men. It's against men, because men, what they've looked at, and they say the problem with humans are men, not women. Men. If we just need men to breed. We don't really need the rest. We don't need the aggression. We don't need the war. They'll say the wars. We don't need the ego, the attitude. Men, masculinity.
Right.
So all of this stuff that you see is a war against you. So like Alita, you talk about the feminist movement, all these movies with the women. I saw a woman say 19, I don't know if you guys saw it, 1917, I think, or something like that. It was a war flick, World War I. And they don't even make those movies. I think it was 1917 or whatever, something. There was a woman who came out against that movie. She said, why are you showing a movie what about the women in the factories? And this is what it's actually not. They were talking about the war. Well, what about all the women that had to go in the factories? We need to be talking about the women. You have the women out there, the women out there. So, and my thing is with black men, because I look at that's the larger perspective with the white community, man, woman. But I say in the black community, I said, bro, we've been conquered. I said, we've lost the hill. I said, look at everything that women run the black community. You can't be masculine. Look at the so-called rap, right? Rap's supposed to be thuggy and all at the boots and nigga and thuggy thing. Megan Thee Stallion, best rapper. You can't even black man even lost that.
And what is a stallion?
A horse, a male horse.
A male horse.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
One time on my TV, I don't have my thing logged in, and they got like it was a reality show. It was all gay dudes on the reality show. It was all gay dudes. They had a little intros. It was weird because it was coming like Jesse, Bobby. They all gay though. And then after that, it went off. Then I see they showed me another one. I'm like, oh, it's a whole lane of like gay reality shows.
This is what I'm saying. Like, if anyone who wants to live an alternative lifestyle, do you? I'm not saying I have any problems with that. But what I'm saying is, when you solely present that type of behavior and that type of lifestyle without giving a child a choice, that's the fucking problem.
Right.
Children don't know what the fuck they doing. Adults, young adults don't know what the fuck they doing.
AV, I saw something on. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you good.
I saw something recently. It was like they showed famous entertainers that they were women and they had made their sons dress in women, girls' clothes, and they even had like some of the boys dressing in girls' clothes. So it was like, how do you do that to someone who hasn't even thought about sexuality? Because as a kid, it takes until like you're 13, 14 before you start saying, oh, wow, I like that girl. How do you automatically condition your kid, and how do you do that as a parent? Like, you got to have some kind of heart. Like, and how do you do that to your kid?
But see, once again, like I said, they're warring against men. Okay, no, this is nothing new. People have said, okay. No, go ahead. Now, somebody said something. I'm just saying, people have said, who fights in the wars? Men. Who volunteers? Men. Who die? Men. So there was an author who presented. You guys talk about toxic masculinity. These guys are too aggressive. There are no men. He said, go back to World War I, go back to World War II, go back prior to that. The men have died. He said, who lives? The men who didn't want to fight. The men who were not that masculine. So the whole masculine dude who's all about, who's alpha or whatever, red pill, they're saying those guys don't even exist, and you guys are attacking a fragment of masculinity. And what we're seeing now, like I said, with all of the movies, the cartoons, and now you got the women putting children in dresses, young boys. This I don't know, but see, I don't have a problem with that community, because I think if that's your move, I think if that's how you'll get down, that's your get down. I mean, like, but I'm just saying, I don't understand why, because we talk game, we talk about macking. I think that men, there's a war against men. We got to do something about that.
And let me say this real quickly, Platinum. You're absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's unacceptable for a woman to dress her boy up as a girl. That's being selfish. Number two, women also are parading their young daughters to do duck faces, to twerk. Super chat party.
Oh my! It came on. My bad. Super chat. Super chat. Thank you, China.
Peace, China.
Hey, China.
What I wanted to say real quick,
China guap.
It's the parents. So again, let's say the guy's a deadbeat and shit. He's not around, fine. But the woman has no scrutiny, is not being using her mind to parade her daughter, to make her twerk, to do dumb shit, to over-sexualize the daughter, and now they're feminizing the boys. So yes, is there a war against masculinity? Absolutely. Is there a war against black men? Hell yes, there is. But at the end of the day, this is why this content is important. This is why when you embrace this thing we call masculinity, not what they're telling you to be, but how you should feel and what you're looking at, all these problems, most of the problems that you guys have with women was going to go away, because you are the minority now. A man, like old school nigga, like doesn't fuck around with the dumb shit, all that cackling and silly shit, that nigga stands out, bro. And the women are attracted to you. But they just don't know how to approach you, because they can't handle you. They're used to these simps and shit and niggas that just do anything for them. So the point is, being a man and saying it ain't about women doesn't mean that you have to be mean to the broad. What we're saying is that it's not about her, it's about you. You could tell a broad no without making her mad. You could also tell a broad that, yo, I gotta do this before. Don't be afraid to tell a woman no, because when you do that, it distracts them and they don't know how to approach you, and they're gonna try to figure you out.
Let me say this, because you guys are bringing some good points. So with the advent of being a war against men, and the lack of true masculinity, what we have now in this space is this. We have the extreme of people trying to be over masculine to compensate for the lack of masculinity.
No balance.
Teaching and the principles of masculinity has been tainted. So what we have to do now is bring the pendulum back into center. So there's been extreme teachings on this side. Since there's a hole with no masculinity, we're going to go all the way to the left side. But what we had to do now, as all content creators and men, is bring masculinity back into front and center. This is what it is. The extremes that you've seen over here is not it. The lack of is not it. But this is what a real man does, smell, walks, talk, and this is how he breathes. And once we do that, I think what's going to happen is it's going to expose those who are propagating that they're in their masculinity, and it's going to fill the hole of the men who are lacking masculinity.
Let me say this too, LDA. That was excellent. Let me say this too, bro. Being a man is being able to think for yourself and associate yourself with the right people that have your vision. You got to pay attention to the content creators right now that are popping. A lot of the content creators that are popping, they getting a lot of help. Like you do, scratch my back, I scratch yours and shit. So now everybody's popping in that sector, right? But in a sector, they all thinking the same way. You got to understand the ones that are not necessarily getting the recognition that they deserve. Why? Because they want to promote individualism, masculinity. They want to promote shit so you can think for yourself. Afi says something very important. He wants to teach you how to fish, not how to eat fish. Teaching, learning, growing. So you got to pay attention. Just because this person said he's cool doesn't mean that he's cool for you. Just because I don't like a movie don't mean that you're not going to like the movie. So pay attention to the endorsements that you get. And you see affiliations, Afi affiliates with everybody, but you got to pay attention to who's popping and who's helping the other person, who's not. It's kind of like you got to pay attention to what they invite you to and what they leave you out of. They're not your friend, bro. So you got to pay attention to that.
That one again.
You got to pay attention to what they invite you to and what they leave you out of, because that's what it really is. That's discernment. Everybody's helping. You got to pay attention to who's helping who and why they're helping them. This shit is pro bono. Let me tell y'all something, man. I feel one of the hardest working people, period. This is pro bono. This is free. This is because he believes in himself and he understands that the manosphere and red pill shit is way beyond what is being promoted. There's other things. Invest in the message. I said that shit a while back, and I mean that shit, bro. So it's no knock on anybody, but for people who are lost and spinning around, you got to pay attention to why you're listening to this person because another person endorsed them instead of you doing the math and thinking for yourself.
That's the reason why. Like, say, a little shout out to my channel. That's why I call my channel inside of the thinking class. Because I want you to think independently of me. I don't need you to be the follower of LDA. I need you to be an individual who can decide for himself and be a critical thinker. This is what I want. Everybody don't want the model girl. Some guys want the fat girl. You have to be okay that you're comfortable walking your behind butts, your 10 toes down with that girl that's a little heavy. You got to be a man and say, this is what I want. Now, I don't mean
I have to do that a lot in my job. So I work with people in mental health. And so my job, most people when they come into therapy, they believe that my job is to give them advice, to tell them what to do. And it's not. My job is not to tell you what to do or give advice. My job is to give you guidance to what it is that you already want. So I have to teach you, right, the way to think positive in situations. Like I have to teach optimism. All of these things are skills. And how do we normally grasp these skills is when you're watching an appropriate role model. The ideal household is man and woman leading, and both staying there, raising the kids. And the ideal household is their blood related to you by conceiving you, because that's when we know that's the highest investment in somebody that isn't you. So that's why that's the ideal market. And so in my job, I tell people to be their authentic self. And I help them feel confident enough to make decisions and enforce their own boundaries.
Word.
So I'm not telling them what to. Oh, go ahead.
No, finish your sentence. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying I'm not telling them what to think or what to do. I'm telling them the steps to decision making so that they can use that and come up with a plan that they actually care about and like, that they chose, that would make them happy. Right. So I definitely understand that. The best person to coach you on anything is somebody that's going to teach you that you have to be the one to be authentic and utilize the information. If you got somebody that is telling you, like you got a content creator that's telling you, if you don't think like me, you're stupid, that is not a good person to listen to. That's not a good place to spend your cash apps or your time.
All right, so got an offer me. Shout out to
Tony Davis.
Tony Davis for that super chat. It's pimping.
Hey, how you doing?
That's all the game right here. Let's get it. This is super chat party. It's a super chat party.
Wheeling and dealing.
Let's get the thumbs down to 10. Do we got the thumbs down to 10? Y'all forgot? Thumbs down to 10. Or you choose me. Super chat, pimpin' ass party. We saying everything they like. Pimping in the bar, Willie Dynamite.
Wheeling and dealing.
Everything you like, everything
There you go.
Let's go.
That's right, baby. Thank you, Tony Davis.
Peace, Tony.
Sitting here talking to Fat Freddy, and if he don't give us that money by tonight.
Hey, is it okay? I'd like to sub to all these. Topaz, I think I'm already subbed to her. I'd like to sub to everybody up here on this panel, man. You guys got some good game. No, could you put it in the back chat? I mean, I'll go do it while if you put your links or just your name or your channel, I'll go find it and sub you right now.
Good looking, yeah.
Well, thanks, Platinum. I didn't know you so.
Platinum, you could Alpha Villains, brother. Alpha Villains.
Okay, I'll go get it right now. Now, go ahead, put it in there. I'm looking.
Yo, I want to comment on what Topaz says, man. Topaz said something very important. I think it's critical for the audience to listen to and adhere to. I'm not saying I know everything. We're not saying that we know everything. We don't allow us not knowing everything deter us from our confidence. And our confidence has been built from our losses and our experience and our understanding of the world and what is important. Because again, you got to keep in mind, again, what you guys promote now as being important was important to me 20 years ago, bro. So you're eventually going to become my age. And if you don't have the knowledge and the backbone and foundational information that we try to convey to you, you're going to be a man in his older age, damn near 50, 47, and not know what the fuck you're doing. And things are only going to get worse with feminism, programming, etc. So Topaz said, the best teacher is somebody who's going to teach you how to come to a conclusion and how to think for yourself. Mm-hmm. A teacher's not going to tell you how to do it like me. I do it different, but I'm going to teach you how to do it like you. Mm-hmm. So you got to make sure, again, pay attention to the content, the delivery, the portfolio. What is important? What is important will last you versus what is important now that won't.
And let me give an example because I want to drive home the point of what I was saying. There is a YouTuber right now, right, that they've gotten arrested for scamming. And then everybody that came out was saying how mean this person was to their subs. So that person wasn't giving the subs information that they could use, because if she was, you could stand up to the criticism and the additional follow-up questions. You haven't developed an appropriate curriculum for anything unless you are able to build upon it with all of the feedback from the previous classes to the point where you don't have as much questions afterwards. You know to anticipate all the possible questions, or at least the most frequent ones, right? That's the judge of any service that you give. What you do with the feedback, and can you get it to a point where you are able to now answer everything that the feedback is going to say. Right. So here's my issue. This person was arrested for scamming. And so the chat, I'm thinking, should dwindle, because if that person is mean to the chat, there's what they're calling their subs broke if they don't get enough cash apps. Why did none of the subs question, well, why do I have to, am I the only person that you depended on for income? If you was good at what you say you were doing, my one cash app wouldn't matter. Every time I ask a question, you wouldn't then try to like deflect from the topic of the discussion to call me names and insult me, because what you're trying to do at that point is shame people into giving you money. Basically, the chat is broke if they can't afford to just throw money at this person and never ask any questions about it. That's not even logical. So one, what they're trying to do is shame you into giving money. They don't want you to think about the content of the service. They're not even going to try to better the quality of the service to get the money outright. And then two, no reputable business does business that way. So at some point, you need to require more as a consumer.
But it's interesting that you would say that. It's interesting you would say that. What happens on YouTube for that to happen and the person to scam, we have people who, and this is no shot on people who listen, because I'm a listener also, who do not think. They follow with their emotions and not use logic at all. And so what happens is, because they're not using their logic, they follow like sheep into the slaughter for every content creator or things that are going out there, or anything that's going out there that it doesn't make sense to the person who thinks, but it makes sense to a person who says, I want to be treated this way. What makes you think that it's okay for you? I'm giving you money and you said I'm broke because I'm not giving enough. That should be a signal right there. It's a red flag. I don't need to be a part of that. But I'm here to tell you, we have a lot of people who are just sheep. And once you understand that, you should take the sheep from stop being sheep to being leaders. And we there's no transition for that, say on YouTube or even with some of the content creators, because it's easier for you to follow me than to make you a leader and other people follow you.
Exactly.
Heavy lights the crown.
Shout out to Roaster Minnows for the super chat. I'm gonna go ahead and play your song as the super.
My G.
So if y'all need a beat, y'all make sure y'all hit that man Roaster Minnows right there, and you can get Saucy Terminator wrestling beats like this. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Tony, too, bro. Excellent discussion. Extra level game, extra level wisdom, extra level beats.
No, we do.
Extra level dogs. Extra level. Even got extra level haters.
Everything.
They go out. They put out all the stops.
You're gonna get a little bit of everything in the kingdom.
Kevin.
We got extra level haters.
Okay.
But it's good to have discussions like this. This is so needed.
Yeah, you know, so like,
I was gonna speak on that. Kevin Samuels made an excellent point about paying for the content. What he basically was saying was that as black men, if you want this content, you have to financially support it. And that what we do as black men is we want stuff for free. But we'll pay for our Gucci, we'll pay for our Louis, we'll pay for all the extra shit, the meals and all that shit, the hotel rooms, we'll pay for the rentals, the airport. But when it comes to us, we don't value each other. So we don't want to pay, we don't want to give anything to each other. So no. So there is a place where, like the guy said, the pendulum has swung left. There is some guys on here who are just totally abusing their subs and demanding money, and they're not providing them any worthy content. There are some guys like that, but there are guys out there who do provide content, who have a legitimate request to say, hey, you guys need to financially support this content. If you don't like it, then don't support it. But don't, say when you going live, and then when I say, hey man, can you give me something? You give me a $5. You don't want to financially support the content. And I'm saying as black men, we have to find a balance. I'm saying that
true.
Like I said, use discernment, sit back, think about it before you contribute. But also you got to support these guys like Alfie or all of the guys on YouTube, the guys that you like. You got to think about it. So you can't just say, I'm not gonna get these niggas. Fuck these niggas. But I'm gonna buy my Louis boots, my Italian designer. I'm gonna go out there and even the flea market. I'm gonna go and buy my knockoff design. Then we're being hypocrites, and then that's why we're gonna suffer as black men.
You know what you said? Platinum. Very, very important thing. I didn't mean to cut you off, LDA. I'm sorry. You want to go?
Yeah, let me say this. What you just said is so important. The problem is the giving, but the problem is we as content creators, we don't set a worthy enough gold for the people to give. So we can ask for money, but what are we giving money for? Because if I see you kicking it and I'm not having an advance from what I gave to you because you're giving me valuable content, but we haven't set a goal for people. Hence why people use Patreon. You got different levels. We as content creators have to set goals for people to accomplish. Only reason I can say that, because I did it on my birthday. I had a goal, what? Get this mixer, right? I had people gave for my birthday, what? They gave towards the mixer. I had the mixer by the next Monday. I had a goal set. And so we got to set goals for people inside. That's marketing. Come on, AV, you know.
Yeah, no doubt.
Go ahead,
let me piggyback on what LDA and Platinum said. So Platinum said that regarding black men, you know what I mean, we don't give each other, we don't support each other. And quite frankly, black men would rather listen to a white man. And again, I don't like doing this type of racist race shit, but it's just for context. Black men, black people are more likely to listen to someone who was of an opposite race as the gospel versus listening to your fellow brother or your fellow sister. That's number one. Number two, we already know that the biggest asset or the biggest value, the reason why we're valuable to them, that air quote, is because we are the ones that work for them. So they got to keep what we learn and how we behave under their control. This is why black men who is red pill, who's masculine, is a fucking problem. Because now we are aware you can't control us. You can't figure us out. What do we do with these guys? So the bottom line is, and just like LDA said, establishing goals. Black men don't have any goals to set unless it involves getting their body right for the summer or getting a new broad or getting a new car, depreciating things that don't fucking matter because we were never taught. White people, whoever was calling the shots, they didn't want to teach you that because they didn't want you to stop working for them. Because if you knew what they knew, you wouldn't be working for them. So we, as content creators, aspiring black men, masculine men, etc., we have to preserve what we know to be true, so it can outlive us. Like the books right here, you see Afi write all the aspiring authors. Our message we owe it to the future and ourselves, bro, to continue to convey the real, because the real is gonna stand the test of time, bro. None of that flashy shit is gonna stand it. Because again, these niggas that are popping, I was them, bro. I was popping, B. Pulling fat bitches, doing all that dumb shit we was talking about, but I was popping. And now look, life gets in the way. Wrong turns fucked me up, but at the end of the day, I never kind of lost who I was. And because I wasn't lost in who I was, that's what made me even fall even harder, because I couldn't fuck with the narrative. So you guys who need to know where you're going, you feel lost, bro, you got to listen to the real shit, and you have to identify who's real and who's not.
Hey, shout out to Mr. Information Man. Come up, bro. Shout out to Principal Bay. What's going on, baby? You got plenty of stories. You want to tell a story? And shout out to Platinum Elite for the super chat.
Yeah, well, we have to also practice what we preach too. But I'm saying that you do need to use discernment, because I'm like, my channel, hey, it's not for everybody. I accept that. It's not, but I'm proud of that. Because I say, bruh, I know what I'm doing. I say you might find more, value for yourself in a different place. Now that speaks to me. It don't speak of me. It speak of you, because I know what I'm doing.
I know what I know.
Shout out to Sage too, man. Good to see you, bro.
Peace, Sage.
Shout out to Sage.
But you know what? You got to present it that way, because everybody can't eat at the same table, because they don't have the palate to digest or the palate to discern the different flavors that is being given to them. You have to tell them, you know what? This table here at this elite restaurant is not for you. So we need you to go back down to McDonald's and digest that a little bit.
You know what I mean?
You have to do, because what happens is they get up here and eat the filet mignon, and what happens is with a Dom Perignon and mess up their stomach.
And they'll ask to overcook a steak. This is what I'm saying. That's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up, LT. There's a lot of niggas that say they teach niggas how to flex and shit with cards and taking to different restaurants and shit like that. That's cool, but a lot of times you niggas don't know how to pre-qualify a chick that has that palate, that knows you can't overcook a steak. She knows what kind of wine goes with red meat. Y'all niggas want to impress these bros to not get anything back in return. That's called simping. But at the end of the day, you know how to pick a restaurant, but you don't even know how to pick a chick. A lot of times, these chicks don't even need all that fancy shit. They're picky eaters and shit. You take them to a 5-star restaurant, she want to get chicken fingers and fries and shit. She don't even know how to hold the fork. She don't even know how to cut the shit. You know what I mean?
Or better yet, come dressed the correct way.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, again, we always talk about it's not about the woman. It's about what you know, what you expose yourself, and the experience that you want to have and who you choosing to accompany you. It's not about what you think she's going to be impressed with. It's about what you feel like doing and how she's going to fit into that.
You know what they're doing, AV? They're picking from their damaged self-esteem and the women that reflect it.
Let's go.
They're picking from their damaged self-esteem of who they are. And saying, I want something better, but your self-esteem keep attracting the same kind of woman.
You are what you attract.
Here and cry, and these women ain't no good. They do this. No, they ain't doing nothing right, man. No, it's you. You keep picking Burger King girls while you think you're ready for bread. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a never-ending cycle because they never realize it starts with them. They're the problem. The women ain't the problem. The man is the problem.
Right.
It's a big fact, bro. It's a big fact. If you don't listen, man, you really have to be your own worst critic, and you have to be open. You know, I think we touched on this earlier. Again, let me refresh everybody's memory. I used to go to therapy. Boom. And crazy enough, I actually had a conversation with myself and said, who should I go to seek therapy from, a man or a female? Peep game. I chose a female because even me, I didn't know how to receive feedback from another man. Why? Because I was a gypsy and shit running around, and my father wasn't around, B. So now me being AKA masculine alpha innately, but still trying to fit in the way, that shit made me lose a lot of time. So I wasn't able to take feedback from another nigga. So sometimes you see a lot of these content creators, they have shows and shit. They won't call in because they're scared because they don't want to hear the feedback, but they'll call into some other shit that's silly, that has no, it's just like, there's no substance to it. So at the end of the day, men really need to understand and be able to take feedback from other men, not from other women, from other men, and be open to it. Don't get into your feelings about it and really assess yourself and stop complaining about there's no good women out there, because it starts with the man. If you're not a good man, you're not going to attract a good woman.
Come on. Tell it.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, like LDA said, you have to be their reflection. When I see a woman and I look at her in a certain way and she don't feel good about herself, it's not me being mean. It's me saying, I see right through you, ma. I could help you, but you got to follow my program. So at the end of the day, and again, I ain't perfect. I'm no role model. I keep working on myself, but I know, like, whatever I'm attracting now is because I'm true to myself.
Right.
Think about this. Think about this, Slick Rick. How can a peasant choose a queen?
Boom.
Exactly.
Hey, real quick, shout out to NYC for the super chat.
Peace, my G.
Good to
Peace,
see you.
NYC.
LDA, AV, Rick the Ruler, Platinum. I'm starting to realize that I have to build my own kingdom because I may be
right.
circles that may think I should believe what they do. I'm cool, but that's enough. This your kingdom right here, bro. You ain't got to do this. There you go. We fixed your problem. 5 seconds.
Hello, my G.
But why would how can a peasant choose a queen?
He can't.
And how can a peasant choose a king?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. You said it right, LDA. Women are having overinflated ego, and in essence, they're peasants themselves. So now a man is allowing a peasant to grade him as opposed to grading himself.
Right.
You got to get the proper feedback from somebody. You got to get feedback from somebody who is who you're aspiring to be. Yo, check it. I told this bro one time, I said, yo, because she always act like she was smart and shit. I said, listen, man, you smart, you the smartest amongst dumb people.
Boom.
and or you the
No,
I told this woman this. I told
the tallest midget. I got you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And she tried to bring that shit over here, and I'm like, nah, it doesn't work. And she thought I was condescending. I wasn't condescending. I just had to remind her sometimes that quote that you just heard and shit, or you correcting somebody's whatever you doing, doesn't work here.
Right.
So at the end of the day, for me, I always want to learn something when I'm on these panels. I always learn something from Afi. I want to be the dumbest nigga wherever I'm at. I want to be the least affluent wherever I'm at, because that motivates me. A lot of guys would rather be amongst dumb people than to push themselves to become smarter.
That's facts.
They want to hang out with ugly people who are broken shit, so they don't have to do the work. But and you a peasant and you want a queen, or you want a baddie, or just because a nigga calls you a king and shit don't mean you're not a fucking peasant, my nigga.
That happens because it's easier to be the smartest of the stupid people than it is to be the dumbest of the smart people. And here's what I mean by that, right? It's a blow to your ego when you have to be corrected and you realize, if y'all have ever been in a room with people who are much more successful than you, right? This has happened to me on several occasions, but I understood what that uncomfortable was. It was, the catalyst to my growth, right? So I understood it and I knew what it was. So even though it didn't feel good, I pushed through it because I knew something good was on the other side. And that's what I try to tell people. So I've been in a room with individuals who were way more successful than me. And I was sitting there. What happens is you talk, you get corrected enough times to where you learn that it's important for you to just sit down, listen quietly. Okay, because you can't say you have nothing to add. That's when you know you're in the right place, because they have everything to teach you. It means you're going to come out of it with something good. If you're in a place where you're the one that's teaching everybody there, you're going to leave depleted. If you're in a place where everybody there is teaching you, you're going to leave fulfilled. It doesn't feel good when it's happening, but you feel satiated when it's done. If you're the smartest person in a room of dummies, you're going to feel depleted and hungry, but have nowhere to turn to get, get satisfaction.
Exactly right.
That's good.
That's why I love being on these panels, because even the knowledge that we have, the experience and what we've come through, we still learn from each other, and it makes us stronger. The other thing, as men, we should have these little goals for ourselves to constantly improve and work on not our strengths, but work on our weaknesses. To be a full, well-rounded man, you need to have that. I can look at myself and know in my mind the things that I need to overcome, and I work on them, so that now I don't have the weaknesses. I have nothing but strengths. But that doesn't come overnight, and you can't be frustrated. The difference between a boy and a man is a man knows that it's going to be difficult and will still do it to get to where we want to be. A boy will quit.
Rick, how's the beard paying off for you? Is it beard gang? Is
it yo, I love it, man.
Do it work? Is it a lie or what?
The beard game?
Yeah, the beard game.
Yeah, it's good, man. I get a lot more looks now than when I had the goatee. It's I guess it's the sophistication you see. Obviously around younger women, they look at me and they'll say, "Yeah, he doesn't look old, but I know he's older." So
let me give you a cheat code on that. Take moisturizer, right? Put it in the beard, right?
Right.
I mean, put it in there. It's going to, just like lotion. It's going to come in, like put it in your beard, right? It's going to come in thick. but it's gonna dissolve. Now I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna do. It's gonna soften that thing up. That thing gonna be like, it's gonna be super soft. So when bitches touch it, it's gonna blow their fucking mind. It's not gonna be hard. It's not gonna be. No, I'm just saying. And then just wash it like. This is the trick to a beard. Moisturize for about 4 days. I know that nigga. I gotta wash my shit. Moisturize for 4 days. Wash it the 5th day. Where men fuck up, if they wash it every day,
right,
and it hardens that hair,
and it makes it brittle.
Yeah, you take the natural oils out of the hair.
You don't want, you don't want to do that with comes on, especially black men. I'm just saying, you want your shit to be, you want to blow women's mind.
Yeah,
put the moisturizer. It's not going to hurt you.
Right.
All it is just
I have oils and like
I'm telling you,
butter, like the beard butter.
There you go.
Nice. That works good in the I obviously you can tell like I take care of it. So
yeah. I'm just saying to make it extra soft and shit like that.
I know
because it's gonna be softer than their hair.
I know for me, being on
everybody
the East
always
Coast,
got a beard. Ain't that something, Topaz?
That's facts. I know with me being me being on the East Coast, we still in the winter phase. So you got to keep our beards fresh every 2 to 3 days.
Yes,
I got the beard oil with the beard butter, and I got the whole moisturizer O'Shea beard kit. So you got to stay on top of it even during the winter time, because like he said, that wintertime air will slide your beard in your face all the way up. So you got to be on top of it when you want to keep your beard nice and groomed.
Yep. See, I just did my beard that fast. Shout out to you expert level haters. All I got to do is change my outfit. That's the problem. You haters don't grow a beard, so you mad you can't get this. You want that.
But platinum.
That's what you got to shoot for.
Never gonna get it. They're never going to get it, Lawrence.
Platinum is right, though. That moisturizer is very, very important.
Yeah.
Very important.
Especially in New York where the winter is. It feels like it's forever.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, the females, just when they play with the hair.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Night and
soft.
Day.
For sure.
Yeah, because they can't believe it. They be like, "Why is your beard so soft?"
And that's a good. Go ahead, LDA. My bad. Go ahead, LDA.
Can't hear you, LDA.
Hey,
your mic is off.
Still can't hear you.
I'm just sitting over here. I got a gang of hoes right here under my chair. That's what he's saying.
That's what Yo, but everything is connecting. You know what I'm saying? Like basically and shit. The topic of the show was sex flicks and chills, your stories, fails, wins. But at the end of the day, what we're talking about is all relevant.
Yes, sir.
Platinum is saying, you know what I mean? Like, in order to, as a man, you got to be taking care of yourself. If you decide to grow out a beard, man, take care of it, bro. Moisturize it.
Right.
There's plenty of YouTube videos where you can identify, and if it's soft and it's smelling good, that's another cheat code for the experience, the movie experience you have with the broad. Yeah. You leaning over, you talking to her and shit. When you see her, when she comes in, you give her a hug. She's smelling you. You got shit popping. She got shit in her hands that you told her to bring to the crib. All those things set up the mood. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the movie. So a lot of times women get disappointed because y'all niggas are like poets on text, but y'all all goofy and shit in person. Y'all niggas don't know how to move and shit. You don't know how to kiss the broad. Sometimes I said this the other day. You got to learn how to hold women. If she's a little thicker, you got to hold her in a certain way so she's not feeling insecure about her being a little thicker. You know what I'm saying? And she's
he's moisturizing. He's moisturizing right now.
Let's go. LD got the 4K joint.
Right.
There you go. But hold up, King Feet. Let me just say this. Let me say this to the whole panel. Okay, because they like to miss it. I'm talking about the haters love to misinterpret this. It's not about the bitch. My beard is soft for me. I want my beard to look good.
Oh yeah,
and well groomed. I get well groomed for me. Bitches are a byproduct of me looking good, carrying myself. Because wherever I go, I know I'm the baddest motherfucker in the room. That's me.
Yeah.
And
that's
you said
me.
you said a very important thing.
Yeah,
you're doing it for yourself. I know me when I hop out of shower and I'm freshly groomed and I got my beard oil and I got my beard butter, I feel a special I get a special satisfaction within. Like, I feel like I'm the cleanest man in the planet when I step out.
Right.
You know, and that's how you should feel. It's grown man essentials is what we're talking about.
It says a lot about you as a man too when you're presenting yourself in the right image, plus the fact that if you're proud about the way you look and the way you carry yourself, that speaks volumes. People can see that without you having to say anything to them. You know,
it's not even, but it's not even about the bitch though. Like your niece, your nephew. I'm saying people are going to touch your beard. They're gonna be like, "What?" No, it's just you're so well groomed. They're gonna notice a difference between you and others. I love that. I'd be like, yeah. Well, I always tell women that because, like I said, it's not about bitches. But I'd be like, bitches pull up. They want to come to Netflix and chill. Hey, wait a minute. You can talk about your ex. It's a difference between me and him. I don't know who he was or whatever. Woo. Y'all fell out. That's him. I ain't got no problem with the nigga, whatever he did. But I'm me. It's a difference between him and me.
And you see what Platinum said, Nelly said, and shit. It's all about how they perceive themselves. You're not allowing a woman to perceive you any other way or how you want her to perceive you. Well groomed, smelling good, beard soft,
and women can tell the difference.
So they can tell the difference. Number one. Number two, you got to remember, women are emotional. They rely heavily on their senses. So if you well groomed, they're looking at their eyes. They're using their eyes. If they're using their scent because they smelling your beard. If you worked out and shit, you sturdy and shit, you grab her, you hug her the right way.
Yeah.
She's like, yo, this nigga is gonna go crazy on me. So at the end of the day, it's not for the bitch. It's never for the bitch.
Never.
It's for you.
Never.
You gotta teach a woman how to love you. You gotta teach a woman how to be around you, how to dress around you, how to smell around you. If I'm dressed a certain way consistently, you're gonna have to step your game up. If I'm always smelling good, you're gonna have to step your game up. If I'm always groomed, you're gonna have to step your game up if you're not there. So that way we match.
No, but you know what you just did though, and see, this is what I'm saying. You don't have to tell a bitch you got new growth, you need a new weave. You don't have to, because she know who she dealing with now. When she start dating you, she be like, nah, I got to get my shit together because this motherfucker, he's together. Like he's minty and shit. Like he put a little Issei, Masachi, and he turn around and put some perfume in that. So like his smell, he just carries himself in a certain kind of way. I just can't go over there half-assed. Like, nah, I can't fuck. You ain't said shit to her. But she don't show up short like that. When she go on a date, she have her shit together. Or she'll cancel the date. She know who she fucking with. So I don't have to say shit to no bitch. Bitch know how I get down.
Nelly, you gonna say something?
Yeah, because a broad gonna want to match you as far as the looks and the smell, because she don't want you to overstage her.
There you go.
A broad don't never want a man to be like, damn, this nigga look better than me. She don't never want to feel like that. Ice-T gave me the game on that too, by the way. But
but check this out though. But you absolutely right, Nelly. But check this out though. Whenever you dressing for a broad, you gonna overdo it. When you doing it for yourself, it's effortless. I could be fly in a white t-shirt, some jeans and shit, and a hat, and I'm crispy as fuck. I'm just like, I'm chilling. But if I'm doing it to impress her, I'm gonna overdo it. Now the broad already knows that you're doing it for her. Now you looking goofy. So at the end of the day, my nigga, you have to really set the tone on how the broad can be with you, and it saves you time too. Because if you being yourself, you being the man, you live in a dope life, etc. Blah blah blah. If she can't keep up, she gonna exit her way out herself and save you some time. That's that anxiety to try to like get on your level, and she might appreciate you more because now you putting her on game, my nigga. You telling her what looks good on her. She telling you, she asking where you got that cologne from. You showing her shit. A woman will be interested in you as long as you continue to show her shit and teach her shit.
Shout out to NYC Super Chat. He said grooming is spiritual. Self-care thing. When you take care of yourself, people will want to take care of you.
Facts. Shout out to you, my G.
Go ahead, LDA.
On point, man. Because if you're doing it for her,
can't hear you, bro.
It's a little low. Your mic's a little low. Now you good?
Let me turn my mic up. There it is.
There you go.
All right,
there you go.
If you're doing it for her, the energy that you're giving off is simpish.
Mm-hmm.
It's
When
like,
you
look
do
at
it
me.
for yourself, she's gonna run into your masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
And I think a lot of us too, coming up, I mean, we've always had that kind of style from a young age. That's why we know that we dress for ourselves, we carry ourselves the way we want. Listen, I love getting haircuts. Like every 2 weeks, the feeling you get when you come out with a fresh cut,
Feel like
that's
a
how I
new
want to
man.
feel all the time. You know,
Yeah.
whenever I get clothes, and it's funny because going back in the day when I was in high school, or let's go junior high, they used to have shop classes where you would have mechanics class, you'd have
Yes.
electrical class, you would have a carpentry class. Guess what your boy did? Your boy joined the cooking class, and all my boys were cracking up like, yo, dude, what the fuck? And yo, I was in the room with the teacher and all girls.
Exactly.
and I was playing the game, in there. Oh yeah, this is how you do it. And I would cook and then talk to them. And then that also helps you later on down the line. So you're not afraid to attack a kitchen if you want to make some
Exactly.
food, or you want to impress someone, you want to make a nice dinner. You already got that.
If
That's
you
a
want to
win-win
paint,
situation.
no, player. If you want to paint a bitch in the corner, be a better cook than her.
Oh yeah.
But don't cook. But don't cook. But when she said, "Hey, you want to do a roast?" She'd be like, "Yeah, you coming up? Yeah, I did a roast." Right.
Yeah.
So you cook your roast. That shit tender.
Right.
It's moist. It's good. And then when she cook one, you be like, "Yo, your shit ain't even done. Like this shit tough."
Bro, I have my stuff seasoned already, like for a couple of days before I cook it. So once you cook it, it's that flavor is just coming out.
But I'm saying, as a woman, she gonna feel assaulted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like,
because she's gonna be like, "This is my arena."
Right?
Yeah.
Unless it's a chick that don't know how to cook anyway, she just.
Well, you know what? And this is what I'm saying. This is all goes into the topic too. We're talking about cooking. You know what I'm saying? Another, if you're cooking for the broad, you're gonna have a nice meal for the broad. When you're gonna watch a movie, that's also gonna solidify the chances of you banging her out. If you're a good cook, and on another angle, when you're a good cook, you're a better cook. Because most of these women can't cook; they can't boil water. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah.
So all they know how to do is take pictures of their brunch and shit and their food, but they don't know how to fucking cook. But at the end of the day, it also shows a woman that you know what you're doing. You don't need her.
Right.
So again, modern women don't know how to cook. Only thing they have is their pussy and their titties, right? So now if you master all the domestic shit that you need to live and survive, and you don't need the pussy or the ass, she's not gonna know what to do with herself. Now there is an abundance of simps that will just do anything for that, sniff for that shit.
Right.
But what we're saying is, as men, when you master yourself, your urges, pussy, your vices, all the shit that you know you're not supposed to be doing, you master it. You can do whatever you want, man. And when you want to get aggressive on a woman, you're gonna have her because you've already mastered and know how to make her fit and conform to you, bro.
When you fuck on her about 12, go to sleep. About 3, fuck on her again, right? But around 4:30, right? You pull up, you wake up, she's still asleep, hop in the shower, put on your gym shit, and then hit the gym. Like I'm saying, I'm not gonna get into when you can trust the bitch and all. I'm not gonna get in. That's your you got to discern that. But I'm saying you go to the gym, get an hour and a half workout, and you getting ready to go to work. That puts a lot of pressure on the bitch, man, because she's not used to niggas like that. She used to niggas that want to lay up, want to blow a blunt.
Right.
Yo,
late for work ass niggas or no work
That's
ass
facts.
niggas.
That's facts.
Yeah,
you
she
gotta be focused.
No, she know you're a keeper. She be like, this dude is different. This dude right here, I'm gonna make a lot of adjustments and changes because this dude right here, I want to fuck with this dude in some real shit.
That's what I'm saying, and it's a win-win for you because you always you still doing what you're supposed to be doing as a man. You weeding out the weak bitches that can't fuck with a man like you, and you making the broad that wants to stick around try to level up to get to where you need her to be. It's a win-win. You see what I'm saying, fellas? When you do what you want to do and live the life that you want to create, You can't lose.
Yep.
You can't lose, my nigga. If you listen to too many people, you're gonna lose. If you give up before it actually works. The difference between a boy and a man also is mastering patience. You gotta be patient, bro.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is not happen overnight, man. Everything in life happens over time. It just looks like it just came out of nowhere, but y'all don't see the grind and grit that we doing behind scenes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
no clue.
You know what I'm saying? So we earning that top spot, bro.
Mm.
We got minimal help. Everybody likes you and shit, but nobody's helping you. What's that about?
Right.
Everybody, yeah. They dapping you up and shit. They inviting you to certain shit. It's like we side bitches. Niggas like us and shit, but nobody's helping us. So fuck it. We don't need no help. We gonna earn our top spot ourselves. But at the end of the day, when we at that top spot, y'all can't come.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no hard feelings against anybody, but as a man, you got to do what's best for you and see it to fruition, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And on the way, you will
much
get better.
more rewarding too, bro.
Yes.
You know.
Paying attention.
See,
NYC for that super chat. Yep, always on
Peace,
the
my
move.
nigga.
Man with a plan.
No, you brush, you mouthwash, and you floss. Now, I'm gonna be for real with you. I'm not big on the floss. And a lot of you motherfuckers do. Now, I'm not a big flosser. I'm just gonna be for real. I can lie. I can sit up here and lie. I'm not a big flosser, but I'm saying you brush, you mouthwash, and you do it in the morning, and you do it at night. Now, I'm telling you, with the bitch in your life, she sees that.
Mm-hmm.
If she brush every couple of days, she gonna notice this motherfucker's like, I'm not gonna say high maintenance, but this dude, he moisturize. He's real meticulous with his hygiene and his colognes and shit. And he's just a different type. And what I'm saying is compared to what she's used to,
Right.
the dusty nigga who suck down the Hennessy, right? Who sleep all the time, who fuck quick and fall asleep, who don't work or late for work. And here you got this dude, he got money, he got a bank account, he got a house, he got a couple of cars, and he's still out there. That's how you get a bitch to make these adjustments. Because you ain't got to throw in the trash can and say, look, I can fuck with you if you willing to make some changes.
You know what you said, Platinum, very important, man. What happens is when you live a life that you want to live, you doing what you do, you on the come up, you continuously leveling up. It puts a woman in a position to decide whether you are out of her league or not. It's not that you better than her. You just out of her league. You out of her tax bracket. You got more passport stamps. You know the difference between a Cabernet and a Merlot. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so at the end of the day, my nigga, don't water yourself. If you don't know, you don't know. So broaden your horizons. But if you know what you know, don't let a broad that's driving a Camry, they ain't got shit, Fashion Nova boxes and shit, acting like she trying to give you tips on how to dress. Or she telling you some shit that she want to do, or she hasn't even earned it yet.
Exactly.
If you listen, as a man, you have to know that you know every day. You got to realize that you don't know shit. I never say I know everything, but I know what I know. Now, if somebody could correct me, I'm open to it. But you got to remember, these standards and principles are there for a reason, so you can weed out the bullshit. You tune off this content. You tune out this bitch. You tune out these niggas that are not in alignment with you, bro. Because at the end of the day, you have to create the life that you want, so that way you could be authentic and do all the shit that these niggas are telling you to do. It's not hard.
Exactly.
Just be yourself. And if you don't know something, do the research. You rather listen to somebody tell you something instead of doing the research to find it.
Let me tell you something. It's funny that you said that. I got two sons. One just graduated military. The other one's getting ready to get his acceptance letter for Cornell University.
Nice.
The most valuable thing that you have right now, my son, you have a lot of valuable things. But in this spectrum of when it comes to women, your penis is the most valuable thing.
Facts, B.
Yeah, that's facts.
Once you put value on it, you realize you don't give it to everyone, and she has to pay a price to even get to it. It changes the whole dynamics of who comes in and where you give it up to. It makes a difference. Something that we don't. And my sons were looking at me. And they were little when I told them that. What do you mean, Dad? Once they get older, teenage years, it clicked. Oh, don't give it to Susie Q down the street. But I need to qualify when I even bring them out.
Very LDA. We said that we had a fire show on Thursday again, pre-qualification, and I said men don't put a price tag on themselves. They allow women, your employer, to put a price tag on you. You get hired for a particular job, making minimum wage. You think that's your roof, that's your top, because that establishment is putting a price tag on you. Your knowledge, your masculinity, you knowing what you know is the price tag. The more you know, the more you act like a man, the more you see through the bullshit, you become more valuable and less attainable. So now it's lonelier on the way up. So now you got niggas, you meeting people on the way up, they just as lonely as you because they understand the struggle. The women are even less. But now you could choose a woman and build her to who you want her to be.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the more you become who you are, the more valuable you are. Because why? There's only one you, my nigga. So it is what it is.
Look, shout out to Alfie. That's my nigga.
Peace.
Look, I appreciate the pull up, man. I got the link and shit. I just popped in real quick. I got some other shit I got to get into. I already previously arranged the shit. Look, shout out to you niggas. This is some good game, man. I hope the people listening, you got to understand, you got to support this content, man, because it seems like it's nothing, but then when it's not there, nigga, you fucked up. You're going to find out what I'm talking about. Yep. You got to support these content creators, all of them. Sub their channels. Fuck with them. I got to pull out Alfie and my girl Topaz. That's a real one.
Go ahead and tell them where to reach you, how to find you.
Platinum Elite, man. You'll see a little lion with a crooked crown. That's it. That's the nigga. You know, that's
cool. That's cool.
Over there giving you fire bars you never heard me say.
That's my nigga there, Alfie. I like Alfie. Alfie a real one though. And he pulls up every night. Y'all don't believe it, but he pulls up. He just a real one, man. And all the real ones I love when they pull up on me, man. The real ones, I'm a little dude, but they got big channels and they'll pull up on me, man. I'm impressed by that. And shout out to the brother. I don't know if there's a mixed brother, the brother right here with Nelly Nail. Shout out to you, Nelly Nail.
Shout out.
With that's IG page. Appreciate you, brother, man. That's how we got to do it, man.
All right.
And hold up. We gotta do this again, and I'll be able to stay longer. But I'm, not to say that my departure means anything. I just said I gotta leave. I want to be respectful.
We appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Every Sunday, just hit me, man. You good.
Okay.
Always
take care.
All
right.
Good, Platinum.
Hey, Afi, I'm about to slide on out too, brother. Gotta get up early in the morning, the early work grind.
Hold on, let me get you on, Nelly, so you can say your stuff.
All right. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that's on the panel, everybody that's participating in the kingdom, the chat. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and share, leave comments when the live posts. And once again, I want to thank Afi, for allowing me to come and speak and, allow me to speak my experiences and my knowledge to the game. I appreciate it. And you can find me at Nelly Nell 2221 on IG. Come holler at me, see how I'm living on a daily basis. All right, I'll holler at y'all peoples 100.
Peace now.
Okay, bye.
William says, thank you for your comments behind the scenes. I'm grateful to the kingdom and the learning class. Yeah, we talk to cats behind the scenes. We don't just talk about shit niggas online. Yeah. We don't do that. We talk to people we help brothers offline. That's what we do. We don't do that other stuff, bro. So shout out to you. Shout out to Viking. Let's do another 15 minutes. Let's ask this question to the rest of the panel. What's the go-to Netflix movie to put on when you got some company, man? What you put on, Slick Rick?
Damn.
What's the go-to? Other than the new release, we don't count that one. The new release is not that out. When you go in there, and she be like, "Oh, what we gonna put on? What you putting on? To set your tone."
I don't know. I put on some action stuff, but I usually let her kind of be the one to pick it, and then I could tell more or less she wants to see something real long and mushy. I know it's going to be. I'm going to have to work quick. But as far as myself, I think the last one I did it was an action one. It's actually True Romance, and it's an all action flick.
That's a classic. That's a classic.
Yeah, I like it only because it's not only is it entertaining, but I've already seen it, half a dozen times, so I don't have to really pay attention to it. And like I said, the last time I was with someone, they attacked me before the movie was even 10 minutes in. So it was I was loving it. But I don't really have a go-to.
It's crazy. It depends. Like if you're dealing with a young chick, I usually put on like some like series like Power, or I'll put on like Ray Donovan, shit like that. Shit that I like. Or classics. Let's not get it twisted. Like I'll put like Unfaithful. That's a classic.
Yeah.
Or Indecent Proposal.
Right.
But you know what? Crazy Closer with Julia Roberts, Clive Owen, Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
I put shit like that on and shit. You know what I mean? So kind of like, just to kind of like set the tone and shit, and kind of like, because sometimes you could like you watch Unfaithful and shit, and I can make a comment. Look at this bitch. And then the girl will get a little triggered, and then we set the tone for the way that the session is gonna go down. So it depends. It depends on who you dealing with. If she's like one of the guys and shit, she knows how to do shit, and we put on a fucked up movie, we could start that banter, and I just take her out right then and there and shit. You know what I mean? So Unfaithful's a good one though, bro. Or Decent Proposal.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
Shout out to Porter Rock. He said stand-up comedy, and Sage says fast-paced, cheesy comedies. Topaz, what you going over when you want to get laid? What you want? So here's
the thing, right? So since I'm usually on the receiving end of Netflix and chill, I don't tell them anything. I let them pick it, and then that determines whether or not they gonna get it. But now, and I will say this, Puerto Rock, right? That's a good idea. And the reason why I would say if y'all are gonna pick something, stand-up comedy, and the reason I said I'm on the receiving end is because I don't invite dudes over to Netflix and chill. I go Netflix and chill at their house. I don't want them at my house, so that way I get to go home. But comedy works because even like let's say she had a messed up day, she's not gonna spend the whole movie relating to the character in the underdog part, irritating you, talking about what happened that day that you don't care, you don't know these people. It makes her step outside herself, have some fun, puts her in a party and spirit, and then you get stuff. So they're right. Comedy is better.
You know what's crazy though? But like a lot of what I find and shit, a lot of these people are corny. They don't know good comedy. Sometimes I know Afi likes dry humor, sarcastic humor. Other people like that Kevin Hart over the top humor and shit. I'm not into none of that shit. I'm like, all right, let me see what's funny to me. Like I'm sarcastic. So you put on some shit, I'm laughing. The broad does not even entertain. So a lot of times she got to be blunted. She got to have a couple of cocktails to be a little loose. So you have to determine what type of setting. You know the broad, she's kind of funny, she's witty. Then you could pick some movies for her. Right. And it's also a strategy too. If you pick a movie she might not be interested in, she might be paying more attention to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. It depends on the type. It depends,
yeah, it's a fine balance. It gotta be something that she's interested in, so she can lose herself in the moment, but something she can easily say, "Oh, I don't have to watch this end. I can watch it somewhere else."
Right.
That way, she's willing to turn away from the TV.
Right.
And you know what? Too, you gotta pay.
Another one. You ready for it?
Hold up. You got to pay attention to the broad. If she says, "Oh, I already saw," but she don't mind if you see it, that's something else. That's already telling you that you
right.
Bro. So,
yeah, good. And then y'all gave y'all Netflix and chill failure. I didn't give one, so I'm gonna give mine. Right. So Netflix and chill, my failure was the first time it was ever brought up to me because my stupid self went over there thinking we was really finna watch a movie. I had no idea that this was a thing. Right? Nobody told me. So he was like, yeah, you want to come over and watch a movie? We're just going to chill out. I was like, okay, think we really going to watch a movie. And that turned out to not be. I was angry. And so I stormed out because I was like, okay, see, good and well, this is too early. But I had no idea. And his answer was, he was like, but I said Netflix and chill. I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? We're supposed to be watching a movie. So we got into an argument because I didn't know that was like code language for him trying to get some.
Oh man!
You know what's crazy though? You mad? Like you're mad? Like why? Listen, I get it. I respect that, but like, it's been a long time, bro, since like I had an encounter and it didn't go down. Not because I got game, but because if we're getting together, it's going down. Like,
right.
why do I need you to be next to me to watch a movie? B, like,
Mm.
why are you here? Or
See,
why
I
you
thought that was the literal thing. I thought people literally got together. I didn't know. Okay, I was young, and this was like, okay, so how old am I now? This is like 15 years ago. I didn't
I
know.
understand.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, if you're coming over, I'm coming over. It's going down because it's okay. Like,
you've already vetted that out in the interactions that you've been with her, or if you had a like, I like coffee dates. You know, I get to find out what I need to find out, and I'm not spending a ton of dough. I'm just sitting there talking, and I let her do most of the talking, so I can see where her head is at. You know, and then I want to see also the vibe that I'm getting from the, because I like that. I like interaction like that, as opposed to now how everybody's doing online stuff. And there's a positive to that too, but because I'm old school, I like interacting, bouncing things off of them, seeing if I go down a path that I might have to work my way out of. You know, it's that kind of interaction for me. I get enjoyment out of that. And I know by the time I'm coming back with her anywhere, whether it's my house or Airbnb or a hotel, I know it's about to go down. Like going back to Kevin Hart.
yeah, no doubt. LDA, what you wanted to say, my brother?
I cut the movies off. There's no movies. Sorry, y'all can have all the Netflix y'all want. This is what I do. The lights ain't on in the background. This light in the background turns red. I cut the music on. And then we play a couple fast songs, couple hip hop songs, and then I go into R&B. Then I go to slow music. And by that time I'm grabbing her and dancing her around, we already on the couch doing what we need to do. I cut the movie all the way off. I see music.
You see what LDA did? Yeah, Fee.
I'm gonna say well, I'm gonna say two things. I'm gonna say a movie and I'm gonna say a deal breaker. So I say the go-to movie, Boomerang. It's entertaining enough to entertain anybody, any age, even if they're young and they ain't seen it, they'll still like it. I still like it. If the date ain't going well, I'll watch the fucking movie, no problem. You know what I'm saying? And then if it is going well, then we can watch the movie, no problem. Do some shit, then go back to the movie. You know, I can know exactly what's going on in the movie just by hearing it. So that's the go-to. And I'm gonna say a deal breaker for me is I like to watch a lot of documentaries. So sometimes if I say I want to watch a documentary and the girl's like, "Damn, documentaries is boring." You like, she's already out of there.
Yeah.
We'll watch it though, but I'll be like, that just tell me a lot. You don't like to learn,
right?
You ain't for me. You don't like to learn, but I watch it though. Like, if you be like, you want to watch a documentary? I'll be like, oh yeah. Okay. But in my mind, I'll be like,
you out of here. Yo, you know what's crazy too? A lot of times, guys will, this is very important. A lot of times women will not sleep with you on the first date. And it has nothing to do with anything that you did wrong. Maybe you did everything too perfect, too right. Because remember, when we encouraging you to do your thing, stop listening to niggas and shit, do your shit for real, be about it. A lot of times women get intimidated or they don't want to sleep with you on the first date. So you don't have that perception that they do this all the time. So now they see value in you. They like, hold on, let me pretend like my pussy's worth more than what it really is and hold off from the nigga before we do this. So it's a double-edged sword. It's a small price to pay to live the life the way that you want, but eventually you will get the ass. But don't get discouraged because she didn't fuck you on the first night. Maybe she saw so much value in you that it threw her off and shit, and she wanna keep her perception pure.
That's the reason why I play the music.
I have women friends because a lot of times you guys be dating chicks, they be having the sex planned out on what date.
Facts.
I've had women tell me about guys like, ooh, bro, I mean, he got one more date. I'm gonna do all this on the fourth one. It's gonna go down. I'm gonna do everything. You don't even know though. She done already got it laid out. She like, ooh, yeah, he did. Ooh, it's like sometimes it doesn't matter. Like about just how much game you got. All women don't. I don't want. I don't even want to say if all women don't get down like that, like it's a bad thing. Because sometimes you just feel chemistry with people. That's some real shit. Like I've had sex on the first night with chicks, but I didn't even look at it like, oh hell no. Just no, we vibed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The
like,
energy's so good that it just it goes there.
You can be attracted to chicks, but you don't catch a vibe all the time, though.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, there's nothing like that vibe, B. There's no, and a lot of these dudes have never experienced that vibe. You know why? Because they're too busy trying to be something that they're not. When you are yourself and you get that vibe, there's nothing like it, B. It's like you can't ignore that shit. That's why when you had a vibe, you banged on the first night, you kept her around because the vibe was so ill. Right. It wasn't forced. We had to smash. Like it was what it was. So at the end of the day, we talk about vibes don't lie, but you have to create your vibe, your energy. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So that way that attracts what you're looking for. If you keep attracting, I'm always attracting the wrong guy, I'm always attracting the wrong woman, that's because you're the wrong person.
It's because they don't know how to build sexual tension in the woman. They don't know how to build sexual tension in a where you hit the right string on the guitar and she has to hit that note. So most guys got to know how to create sexual tension in the woman. You build that
Big
by
facts.
It's an old saying. I know you do it by pushing away but pulling towards it. You got to create that sexual tension in it. And most guys don't know how to bring it up, then pull back down. Bring it up, then back it back down. Bring it up, then back it back down.
Let me get the chat and the listeners. The number one reason why you guys are having no success with Netflix and chill. I want you guys to put it in the chat what you think it is. It's so easy. It's the number one reason why you're not having no success with Netflix and chilling or SEXFLIX. It's a reason why. It's one reason why it's like 7 out of 10 your ass is getting out of there. But it's one thing that you're doing wrong.
They got to learn how to build that sexual tension. You got to know how to do it. You can be around. You don't even have to be in your house to do it.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see what the chat say. It's a vibe. That's what I'm saying. And again, you got to listen, man. Men are telling you what women find attractive, but you got to know what you think is attractive in yourself, and the woman will come according to what you already think. You know what I'm saying? Like you got women are being interviewed and shit, but at the end of the day, it's like when the camera's on and shit, that's not what really real. When the camera's off, that's when it's real. So yeah, does a bro want to do what that's physically fit? Yeah. Does he want it with money? Yeah, no doubt. But at the end of the day, man, if you doing you and you don't see none of that shit that ain't shit, she's gonna be intrigued by you, bro. Hey, you know it ain't shit. So stop acting like it's shit.
You know what, AV? I thought of an example, a situation when a young lady did come over. She was considerably younger. So we watched the movie. I just stood up and put it in her mouth.
Yeah.
But the tension was already there. I'm just being complete. It was younger.
And I hear you.
And I just unzipped it and I went, she's like, whoop. Next thing you know, she was I did not hit it, but I stood up and just put it in her mouth. She came back, sir, when can I come back over?
That's what I'm saying.
She said, when can I come back over? So she wanted to complete this series that we were watching. So we came back to the series that we were watching. So this time I didn't take her to my bedroom because you were not going there yet. Took her down on the carpet. I made her do a fire. We had a fire drill. When the fire drill come out, you get down or you may do like this. You had a fire drill. And then when the fire drill, sometimes the firemen
need to get the hose.
The hose and the water got to squirt. You got to go. So I'm trying to give a visual without saying, but she started to squirt everywhere. Why? Because I built up the tension when she got there and before. And I knew how to read her body language and say it's time to pull him out. You got to know when to be bold and when to strike.
And this is why back in the day, I'm not condoning, involuntary sexual acts and shit like that. But the Me Too movement and shit is like a new thing. It's because like old school guys could read a room and read the broad, and 9 out of 10 times our advancements were welcome because we knew what it was and she knew what it was. But now, because guys are so awkward, they rather learn by watching TV or reading books versus practicing. It comes off as creepy and weird, and it comes off aggressive, and it scares the broad.
Right.
So at the end of the day, man, if you don't know how to set the tension, set the tone with a woman by just being masculine shit and preparing her to be dominated, there's not going to be any tension, bro.
And you know what, too? It's another scenario. Even when you can read the body language and you put it to the point where it's almost there and you walk away, it will drive her crazy because you know how to control yourself to the point where you could take it and you don't take it. I can't even tell this. This is LBA.
Hey, y'all still calling the chat. I see not enough cues. Talk yourself out. Y'all wrong. Let me let y'all go for it. What's the number one reason? What y'all think I'm gonna say?
The number one reason why they fail?
Yeah.
I don't know. You go first. I don't know.
No, what you got? You ain't got nothing? What you got, Topaz?
Getting too comfortable. She see a way to end the night without giving it to you instead of making her see the end of the night with her giving it to you.
Nope. Slick Rick, you got something?
I think guys talk their way out of it, and they convince the chick not to want to be with them. You know, it's just by
talk too much.
But they say too much, or they do the wrong thing, and it kind of turns them off. I mean, that's my guess to what guys would be doing. Usually that's one of the things. Guys are unsure. They'll start talking. They'll say all the wrong things, and then before you know it, you're getting her an Uber. You know.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you.
I stuffed the whole chat and I stuffed the panel. You know the number one reason why y'all don't have no success with Netflix and chill? Because y'all say it. Because y'all say it.
You beat me.
Netflix and chill is what it is. You're not supposed to say that. Why? If you just how Topaz he's like, yeah, you don't know. You see that? That's why. See, Netflix and chill.
Yeah, and I really didn't. I had no idea. Like I thought I was taking him at his word. Like we finna watch a movie. He should have said something different.
Come to my house. We gonna do whatever we feel like doing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to present it as, hey, what's up? What you doing? Chilling. Hey, you want Netflix and chill? That just sound like, hey, you want to come over and give me some pussy? Like that's what it sound like to the woman, and that's why you ain't getting it.
Right.
That was a good
Netflix is and chill is what it is, but you're not supposed to say that though. You're not. That's just what it is. You're not supposed to ask, "Hey, what are you doing? You want to Netflix and chill?" So of course, she's gonna say no. She's not gonna say yeah. Now let me do a disclaimer. The only time I say Netflix and chill with chicks that I've chilled with already. Now, if I didn't already hit, we can Netflix. And I wouldn't dare initiate a first time a chick coming over and say that. Never.
You see what the teachable moment Afi just said? Afi said, when you know what it is, you don't have to say what it is. You show her what it is. A lot of you niggas are saying, let's Netflix and chill. Let's do this strategy using vocabulary that y'all heard on YouTube, and the woman doesn't know what you're talking about. Stop saying what you're going to do and just do it. Show her. If you set the tone, you set the sexual tension, you doing your thing, she knows what's coming when you invite her over or when you going over. You can't just stop talking. Be about it, bro. You guys are too busy showing off, talking about what you know. I'm like, dude, just chill, man. Because when you are it, it'll come to you. Again, when you chase, it runs. When you are, it comes. Stop chasing women. Just be a man, bro. And they're going to come to you because women want a man, bro.
And comes, and comes, and comes. You missed it. It comes.
Puerto Rico rock. What's what you
Peace.
said facts. All right, man. Let's wrap it up. You guys want to say our last words or any last things you want to drop? Or while we saying that, if you guys have a quick question, put it in the chat. Make it good.
Word.
I appreciate everybody's time. I appreciate people showing love to the late night chat, and it's good because it's just good to get back to doing something consistent that I like. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I do like doing the morning shows. Don't get me wrong, but they are different. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Man, I appreciate. Shout out to the chat room, KP, GTs, everybody on the panel, LDA, Slick Brick, Topaz. Follow me on Instagram at Alpha Villains. I got a YouTube channel, Alpha Villains. Every Tuesday night, DJ Epps and Friends show live on IG. Shout out to Zodiac TV, man. And I appreciate you, Afi, man, because again, you never know what you're gonna get. Everybody looked at the title. This shit went totally left, but it went right. So make sure you guys are open to listening and going over a new catalog because every show is different, man. And every show you could get something out of it.
Facts. And if you guys came in late, do yourself a favor and not an injustice and catch the playback. Just because of what he just said. You feel me? Like, catch the playback. Trust me. Even if you want to watch 30 minutes to tonight and an hour tomorrow, just watch it. Trust me.
Gems, bro. Gems.
Bro.
Yeah. Salute to you, Afi. Thank you for inviting me again. Always enjoy these. AV, Topaz, LDA. Salute. Have a great night. You can follow me on IG, Rick Torres 550. You can hit me up there.
Good. Topaz.
Just basically, we started out talking about Netflix and chill and ended up giving y'all some information that can help you in and of yourself, whether you have somebody to Netflix and chill with or not. And I think that is a good avenue for us to have gone down on this video because that's what I think should happen in real life. When you got somebody to Netflix and chill with, that's cool. But when you don't, you need to be doing something that can help you so that when that person comes along, you'll be able to create your environment the way you want to.
Facts.
And I do want to say salute to everybody on the panel. I'm following and subbing y'all, just so I'm getting around to it. I appreciate everything, y'all being here and welcome me onto the panel.
Absolutely,
most definitely. And make sure I'm gonna play my intro as the outro. So make sure that you guys put your handles in the chat room while it's going on, so they can subscribe to your guys' Instagram, YouTubes, and everything. Go ahead, LDA.
This is Lawrence D. Adams. You can find me at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time every day, Monday through Friday. We have a thinking class where we get people to think and not just be a ass. So you want to make sure that you are participating in the thinking class. Don't know the subject tomorrow, but we're going to start a series from Monday through Friday. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, Lawrence D. Adams. We are about upgrading you to the next level. Shout out to all the thinking class that are here. See you tomorrow in class. And I'm out.
Right. Hey, you know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna do the show tomorrow. I think I'm gonna hit it for about 8:30 though, man. Brother is off. This is spring break. I think I'm gonna hit off a little about 8:30. So I'm just letting you guys know. It ain't gonna be 7:40, maybe even 8. It depends on how I feel when I wake up. But I don't really feel like stressing that 7:45 when I got the whole day fucking around and shit.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all follow me at King Genius at Instagram. Make sure y'all get these books. I got the new small joints now. You see, we got keys right here. We got finesse right here. We got analytical right here. We got keys right here. Oh, we got dominance mindset right here. We got this one, and then look at this.
Yeah, 11 books.
Look at this. This book. Look at the two dogs. The
that
two
was
dogs
nice.
matched the two dogs. They weren't even two dogs when I made this book. See, manifested it. Boom. And they matched this. I couldn't have planned it even better. So make sure y'all buy those books on Amazon channel and drop a comment. Drop a comment below. Thank you, brother. Drop a comment below. You see my brother LDA got my books right there on deck, and Alpha Villains, he had them on the deck
Mm-hmm.
And Topaz, she got them on deck too, and Slick Rick got them on deck.
I
We
got
all
it on my phone.
we all support each other. Shout out to RPC right there. He wasn't there to plug his book, but we can plug it right there.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all do me a favor. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play. Go ahead, baby, do it. Show it. Go ahead and show it. No, you go ahead and show it, Topaz. Make sure
Yes, I have the whole collection, and so yeah.
Yeah, I got a children's book now, so I don't know what you're gonna do with that one.
I'm gonna read it. What do you mean?
All right, let me play it. Let me play this, and then yeah, you guys just put your IGs and whatever links y'all want. Everybody up here got a rep, so y'all just feel free to do it. And let me just play this. Give y'all some time. People will always be asking in the chat room, what's that person on the left? What was their channel? Be doing the channels right here, and make sure y'all like and share this video too. And have a good night.
Lincoln salute.
Shout out to Alpha Villains. I got my own.
Let's go.
Shout out to Steph. Oh, you expert level haters. You don't even know these people. They don't even talk to you. You ask them to come on your show, they're going to tell you no. Because you're an expert level hater. To cut it off. And pretty girls like that. And BOA right there. They're not going to come for you. And Mahogany, she's not going to come talk to you. She's not. Don't even ask her.
Stay hating.
AP ain't going to come talk to you either. And none of those guys, all of those guys, not you. Because you're expert level haters. And we're kings. And we even got poly groups that broke up shit on the last part. And we even got Master Jap. Y'all get that one. You talk shit. You
yeah, let's go. Y'all need to level up.
Peace, y'all.
Peace. Y'all have a good night, everybody.
Peace.
Bye, everybody.